Hello, Angel. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Your favorite show. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Riley, hello. Hello, Robert. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. All right. We'll get started here in just a moment. I do have a couple of downloads and that sort of thing. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doing fantastic. Okay. It is 7:17 here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, formerly Saigon. 7:17 in the morning on Saturday, February the 7th. 7:17 on the 7th. That number is significant for me and intrinsic for me as I have received a kidney transplant, okay, on 7/7/17. So shout out to the 7/7/17. All right. What's up, baby? What's going on, Justice League? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Gene. Hello, Gene. Mr. Real. Shout out to the 5-5. Shout out to the 5-5. Okay. Divine Source is Divine Source is reminding me of some promises that they sent a messenger to tell me 11 years ago. So I'm going to share some of those with you. Okay? Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I hope they're doing well. Okay? And I hope they recognize the spiritual significance of that. Okay? I hope they're doing well, and I hope they recognize the spiritual significance, okay, of that, angel. All right. So, the promises, okay? I don't know if any of you have ever had, okay, a messenger come to you in the 3D, but I had a messenger come to me in the 3D. Oh, he's in Pennsylvania. Okay. That's where my kidney transplant took place, in the 3D. New blood filter took place in Pennsylvania. Okay. At the VA hospital on the University of Pitt's campus in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Okay. Hello, Jay. Okay. What's the name of the channel? The name of the channel is The Real Psychic Investigators. So we deal with psychic investigations here on this channel. Okay? So, as I like to say, and that's a great prelude into the introduction, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is NEHRU. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, a light worker and Gaia beacon born on the 333rd day of the year. I am a blood descendant of Yeshua. This is why when I was in the hospital and receiving that medical treatment, the doctors were wearing hazmat suits when they came into the room. The nurses, okay, the CNAs, techs, and all of that, they were putting on hazmat suits. Why? Because I am extraterrestrial. I don't say it to brag. There is proof, okay? So what is this channel about? We reveal and confirm things that are going on in the 3D, okay? Things that are going on in the 3D. Some of them concern you, Jay, personally, and some of them do not. Some of them are world events, okay? Secret societies, politics, war, okay? Natural disasters, okay? We reveal a lot of things. So, again, you can stay or you can go, okay? You can stay or you can go. This is not a tarot channel, okay? This is not a tarot channel, okay? And we don't deal with bullshit, okay? We don't deal with bullshit. We kick motherfuckers out of here who come in here to try to start bullshit, okay? We don't like gaslighters, okay? We douse them, okay? We don't deal with gaslighters. We douse them. So, again, Jay, it's up to you. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Hola, Lady Dragon. Hola, Lady Dragon. Okay, all right. So, some downloads. So, again, Divine Source has been reminding me of some things. Okay. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. By divine wisdom, yes, we do. Justice League. Okay. Thank you. Okay. For yeah. Yeah. So on 4/18 of 2014, okay, I was just a year and 2 months into my dialysis treatments. Okay. A year and 2 months into my dialysis treatments. What's up, Katie? Okay. KW. Okay, KW, the initials KW, okay, is standing out to me as Katie steps into the room. KW, okay. Watson or Watley, the names, okay. Investigators, welcome in. CIA, DEA, FBI, or government agencies in your country, wherever you happen to be, okay. For those of you who are tuning in, welcome in. There are 197 countries in the world, so yeah, don't take everything here personally. Take what easily fits, Jay, and everyone else. Take what easily fits. And so when I met this messenger, it was in a grocery store in April, again, 4/18, okay, 4/18, okay, that's 2 18s, okay, 4/18, 4 plus 14 is 18 on the 18th. Okay? All right. Have a seat, Jay. Grab a drink. Light something up. Whatever you do, all right? Have a seat. And yeah, perhaps there'll be confirmations that come out here for you. If you were guided to this channel by your ancestors and Most High, there's a very good chance, and I would say a guarantee, that there's going to be something out here that resonates for your journey. Answers a question for you, confirms a dream, okay? So, again, have a seat, sit for a while, okay? See what happens. And the witch warlock, Judy, okay, for those of you who do not know, that's the woman who I was raised believing was my mother, but she actually was a part of unaliving my mother or taking my mother out or taking my father out. Her and the warlock who was serving 40 to 60 years now in a prison sentence. And that messenger told me something about that was going to happen in 2014. And sure enough, it did. Okay. That was the year that the warlock got sentenced to 40 to 60 years in prison. Okay. So a couple of things I want to share with you. And again, I'm sharing these things with you because Divine Source is reminding me of some of their promises to me. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate you and your honesty and your willingness to be a student. We're all a student. Okay. We are all a student here. Okay. So the first thing the prophet messenger told me was, and again, this was in a grocery store, specifically in Aldi's grocery store. That is a German grocery chain, Aldi's. Okay. He told me that I have an evangelistic anointing. Okay. He told me, and I have an evangelistic anointing. He said that your true bride will come at the end. He said, true bride will come at the end. Okay? He said there will be twins. Now, whoever this bride is, I don't know who they are today. I haven't met them. I'm single and celibate and have been for some years. Okay? But this bride could already have twins. Okay? Or when we come together, we will be giving birth to twin starseeds, however that goes. Okay? He said, every woman, listen to me, collective. Okay? Celebrities, we have a lot of celebrities that tune in, Jay. Okay? More than 1,000 subscribers on this channel have private accounts because they are investigators and they are agents, private investigators. They are government officials. Okay? So they tune in. All right? He said that every woman that you are involved in or attempts to be involved with you in a romantic way, up until that point, up until the end, when your true divine soul partner shows up, is a counterfeit. He said everyone up until that point is a counterfeit. Okay? Now, after this, I had been married twice and engaged one other time after 4/18/14. Engaged and married one other time after this messenger came to me in this grocery store. Okay? He said, you're going to need to open up multiple checking and savings accounts. Okay? He said, because money's going to be pouring into you. Okay? And he said, you're going to need to open up multiple checking and savings accounts. Okay? So today, okay, I have 3 checking accounts and a Marcus Goldman Sachs high yield savings account. Okay? And I'm sure there'll be others that I will open up. Okay? So today I have 3 checking accounts and a high yield savings account, a Marcus Goldman Sachs savings account that yields somewhere between 3 and 4% a year. If you're wanting your money to grow and you wanting to cash in on compound interest, you might want to look into that. I don't get paid for Marcus Goldman Sachs from them to say that. Okay? I am the spokesperson for no one but divine source. Okay? And my ancestors. He said, I will be given a vehicle. Okay? I'm not smoking. That's an incense. Okay? Wiener. Okay? Wiener. Okay? Don't be a dick, wiener. I'm not smoking. That's an incense burning to cleanse out the karmic ass roaches that come in here and say stupid ass shit. Okay? So he told me that I would be given a vehicle. Okay? And I'm not looking for anybody to give me a vehicle because I'm not a leech and I'm not dependent on anybody. Okay? That's right, Justice League. Okay? What's up, Miss Royalty? Thank you so much for tuning in, baby. What's up, Miss Royalty? Okay? Royalty. All right? But that individual, I don't know, true or not, whatever, okay? I don't look for anybody to give me anything. Again, I walk this journey as a Hierophant, okay? And an esoteric being, I walk the journey alone. So if someone comes into my energy of high vibrational energy and they want to sow into me, that's wonderful. But again, I don't look for that, okay? That's the reason why you can't give me money on YouTube, okay? That's the reason why, okay? I am Water Goddess 333. Again, born on the 333rd day of the year during the last lunar moon or lunar eclipse of 1974. Okay? Welcome in, Water Goddess. Okay? The next thing that this prophet or messenger told me in this grocery store, okay, is wherever you spend your time is what keeps your attention. Wherever you spend your time is what keeps your attention. This also speaks to the people around you, okay? This also speaks to the people around you. Bless you, okay? Water Goddess, bless you, okay? Also, I'm going to give public shout outs. And again, for those of you tuning in for the first time, I am a Master Builder 33. That is a master teacher. So this is not just, again, I'm not a tarot reader to begin with. Okay, I am an oracle, okay, and an empath and a healer. So the information that I share out here, this is always a class. Okay, whenever these lives or whatever it is, it's always a class of some sort. Okay, and it's a class for me too. Okay, it's always a class. Okay. So he said, wherever you spend your time is what keeps your attention. Okay, so pay attention to where, and let me ask you a question, those of you tuning in, celebrities especially, okay, celebrities especially who has the money to do a lot of things, both karmic and upright, okay, where are you spending your time? Okay, what's up, Rose? Okay, hello, Jay. Okay, so we have two J's in the room. Okay, we have two J's in the room, so the letter J is significant, or the name J, Jason. Okay, J Lynn. Okay, that's a synchronicity for you, Jay. Okay, when you see the number 33 and the number 333, you want to pay attention. You might want to stop for a moment when you see the number 333 or 33. Stop and ask your ancestors. Okay, is there something you would like for me to know? Is there something you would like for me to say? Something you would like for me to write? Something you would like for me to do? Ask Most High and your ancestors. You're showing me this angel number here again. What is it that you would like for me to do, say, write, what have you? Okay? Find out why you're seeing that synchronicity, Jay. Okay? And we have a Janine in the house. Okay? I am having a lovely day, Rose. And likewise, I hope you are. Okay? So here is the prophecy, okay, that this messenger told me about in this grocery store about the warlock being sentenced in 2014 to 40 to 60 years in prison. And today, if they're not dead, I don't keep track of them. If they're not dead physically, they're still in a prison in Michigan serving 40 to 60 years. Okay? And again, this is the individual who I believe murdered my father. Okay? So, he said there's going to be a trip to Ohio. He told me that there was going to be a trip to Ohio. Okay? And this is on 4/18 of 2014. Okay? Greetings, Wanda. Thank you so much for tuning in. And so, confirmation, Jay. See, you've been sent to the right place. And again, come back or not, right now in the moment, because that's what energy is in the moment. It can change at any given point in time. Right now, Jay, you're in the right place. And again, that's not about me. Okay. And so this trip to Ohio happened, I don't know, 6 months later. Okay. So this prophet told me that I was going to be making a trip to Ohio. And sure enough, okay, I was contacted a couple of months later by an attorney, okay, and the FBI had busted down the door of this warlock's house, okay, and this polygamous house, okay, and they found in this house, they found no food except a banana and a loaf of bread. There were 4 women with this warlock, and there were 8 children, including my daughter, who he took along with my wife. He took my first wife while I was serving our country in the United States Army in 1998. He took my first wife from me. Okay, again, a polygamist. Okay, and so ended up going to Ohio that same year and being a part of the prosecution, a witness on the prosecution side against this warlock. Okay, so happened the same year this messenger in this grocery store came to me and told me this. Okay, I didn't know their name, and they never told me their name. Okay, what he did tell me is, you will see me again when and if it's necessary. He said, you will see me again when and if it's necessary. I haven't seen them since then, so I suspect it hasn't been necessary. All right. And the last thing he told me, okay, he said, again, along with this evangelistic anointing, okay, this teaching anointing, he told me that my place is to do that full time. He said, I am to focus on nothing else. He said, your purpose is to be this spiritual teacher, this Master Builder 33. He said, you are to focus on nothing else. At the time, I was a tax accountant, bookkeeper, accounting manager, QuickBooks, did payroll for different companies, had my own business, even though I was on dialysis at that time. Okay? So these are some things that this messenger told me. Some of these things have already happened. Some of these things have not. So again, think back and be reminded and find joy in the things that Most High has told you. The dreams that you've had that have not yet manifested in the 3D. Remind yourself of the divine's promises to you. Remind yourself, we don't deal with Jesus in here, Brittany. Okay? Brittany. Okay? We don't deal with Jesus in here. Their name is or Yeshua. Okay? You need to put the Bible down and go look at the infancy of Yeshua. You need to look at the Aquarian gospel of the life of Yeshua. Okay? During their teenage years when they were traveling. Okay? And ministering to Brahmic priests. Okay? Vedic priests. Learning alchemy, spiritual rituals. What do crystals do? Okay? During their lifetime. Their name is not Jesus. They're not Latin. It's not Jesus. Okay? So you need to put that book down. All right? You need to put that book down, Brittany. All right? So, shout outs. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience. Okay? Shout outs. Okay? To our newest public subscribers. So we have is it Water Goddess, I think? Water Goddess. Oh, okay, Brittany. Oh, okay, Brittany. I see you. Okay? You don't want to honor that ascended master? Okay? Go look up Yeshua. Go ask AI with your dumb ass. Go ask AI, is Yeshua an ascended master or is Jesus their true name? AI, Google, will tell you that's not their real name. So you want to act like a dumbass and you want to bring your cockroach ass up in here, okay, and think you're going to do something, okay? I'm going to show you something, all right? Goodbye, Brittany, okay? And get on your esoteric journey and stop being a karmic ass, okay? Goodbye. Okay? And again, we don't deal with dumbasses in here. Okay? So sis, Pacheco, okay? Or Pacquiao, however you say your name, okay? This is not a tarot channel. Okay? If something comes out here for you, this is the psychic investigators. Okay? Something comes out here for you, okay? Okay, all right. We got karmic asses in here. Okay, excuse me for a moment, collective. Excuse me for a moment. Excuse me for a moment, collective. Excuse me for a moment. Again, I don't put up with bullshit on my channel, okay? If you were sent here, you sit down and you listen, okay? Respectfully, or you get the fuck out, okay? We don't deal with karmic ass motherfuckers in here. So sis, you can have a seat or you can not. Buy karmics, just like Robert said, okay? Just like Robert said, okay? All right? No, it's not. Again, you can sit down and learn something, but this is not a tarot channel, okay? We deal with global events, so stop being selfish in regards to your own personal journey, okay? Because not everything is about you. If you want to have a private conversation with me and see what's going on in your energy, okay, then you need to schedule an esoteric conversation with me, and that is done via Zoom, okay? And you can find that information, including email addresses, in the description section of this video, sis, okay? So if that's what you came here for, then send an email and schedule that personal esoteric conversation with me. And again, it's only done via Zoom, okay? They do need to start their healthy journey, Wanda, healing journey, okay? So again, balance masculine and feminine energy, okay? So this is a mudra, just like this is a mudra, just like this is a mudra, this is a mudra, okay? I'm just letting you know, sis, okay? You came into a safe place, okay? But you've also come into a place that is truthful, honest, okay? So, to our public subscribers, Goddess of the Sea, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to this journey, okay? And this collective. Stephanie, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome in. Annabelle, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome in, Annabelle, okay? Thank you so much, Nancy, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, Nancy, and welcome in, okay? Thank you, all right? That's all I ask. If you're drawn in, if your ancestors and Most High guided you here, especially the first time, just come in and have a seat. Grab a pen, grab a pencil, you know what I'm saying? And have a seat, all right? And Amanda, thank you so much for tuning in, all right? So yeah, Divine Source is speaking to me. For those of you who do not know, I will be having my first spiritual class this month, okay? That will be a live. I will be, a Zoom meeting, okay? So I will be having my first live my first spiritual, I keep saying live, my first spiritual class, okay? And that will deal with alchemical power, alchemical force, alchemy, how to change water to wine. Again, these are some things that Yeshua was learning while they were here between the ages of 12 and 30. The Bible, the religious book, leaves that out because the demons, the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, and other religious organizations, they don't want you to know that. That's why they leave that gap there in the Bible. That's why that gap is there, because they don't want you to know that they were a divine being, and the truth of why they were murdered, assassinated, crucified, as they say, is because they were extraterrestrial, not just because they were Christ, not because they were Jesus, okay? They were crucified because they were not human. And once that was discovered, Pharaoh, whoever, Potiphar, whoever, decided they were going to get rid of this earth angel, this healer, this alchemist, okay? That's why Yeshua was murdered, okay? Not just because they were Jesus Christ, because first of all, again, their name is not Jesus, okay? Not just for that reason, okay? But they really found out who they were. That's why they took them out. That's why they removed Enoch. And Enoch did not die, okay? Enoch ascended and just disappeared. He just ascended and disappeared. And again, we learned that, okay? And that's in your Bible. Okay? Enoch did not die. He was not buried. Enoch just disappeared. Okay? And Enoch is Archangel Metatron today. So moving forward, okay, if you find you are in connection with a deity named Archangel Metatron, who was the keeper of the Akashic Records, that is Enoch. That is Enoch. Okay? That is Enoch. Okay? Okay? Again, that part about Enoch ascending, okay, not dying, okay, not bleeding out, not being buried, not being cremated. They just popped smoke. They just disappeared, okay? Yeah. So yes, okay, so I look forward to that first spiritual class. Okay, I will be sending out emails. Those of you whose email addresses I do not have, but you have responded in the public community on the community tab, in regards to that post, there's about 40 of you that have responded. I will be reaching out to you, okay, and asking you to send me your email or what have you, because I will need your email address in order for us to do this Zoom meeting, okay, and in regards to alchemy, okay. I only use the Bible as a reference, okay, only as a reference. There's again about yea truth in there, about yea truth, okay, yea truth in the Bible. That's why it's so widely distributed, because it's a part of the 3D matrix. That's why it's so widely distributed, because it's part of the 3D matrix. It's like racism. That's why it's so prevalent, because it's a part of the 3D matrix. Racism. That's why it's so prevalent, because it's a part of the 3D matrix program. Okay? So divine source, let's go ahead and get into it. The name's Hattie, okay? Hattie and Haddish, okay? Or Haddish. Hattie, Haddish, Hattie, Haddish, okay? Significant. Hattie, Haddish. What's up, Mama Linda? Okay? What's up, Mama Linda? Okay? What's up, Mama Linda? Okay? 913 is significant for me for a Linda. 913, okay? 91347 is significant for me for a Linda. 913, September 13th, okay? I don't know, sis. You're asking me, should you be here? Okay? I can't answer that question for you. Again, you can leave. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Yeah, like you asking me if you should be here. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. I don't know. Again, you can leave. Okay? You can also get evicted. Okay? You can leave or you can get evicted. Okay? So, angel numbers, divine source, Arabat, we thank you for this day. Again, those of you who are unaware, I am in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay? That is formerly Saigon. Divine source, I welcome you in, obviously, and I welcome in the ancestors of all of those who are listening. Whoa, that's a lot of angel numbers. Okay, so we're dealing with some angel numbers today. We might use the angel numbers instead of the tarot, okay, or mainly, okay. I don't know how much tarot is going to come out here. We'll find out. But we have a lot of angel numbers. So for those of you tuning in, I see we have 35 in the room and 24 likes. Thank you so much, everyone, for the love, okay. Thank you so much for the love, okay. We have 41 in the room, 21 likes. Current time is 7:50 on Saturday morning in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. You pick these cards up that have fallen on the floor, okay? Someone's been caught red-handed, okay? Someone been caught red-handed. So what does it mean, okay? Hola from Hawaii. Hola from Hawaii. Thank you for tuning in again, sis. I appreciate you, okay? for whatever's meant to be here for you. Make sure no other cards are on the floor. Okay. What was I going to say? Yeah. Okay. Ancestors of the celebrities that are tuning in, ancestors of the investigators that are tuning in, ancestors of the judges, attorneys, and investigative agencies. We welcome you in. And again, investigators, I hope you meditate on your cases. Investigators, I hope you meditate on your cases. Okay? Shout out from Detroit, Kim from Detroit. That is where, so again, that messenger that told me, came to me in that grocery store in 2014, one of the things he told me was that I was going to be making a trip to Ohio. Guess where the case went down and that warlock was sentenced to 40 to 60 years? It happened in Detroit, Michigan. It happened in Detroit, Michigan in 2014. Confirmation, Bert. So, what's up, Detroit? Okay. So we have angel numbers here. And again, take a look. Okay. If these angel numbers equate to years, that could be significant for you as well. Okay. Angel numbers equating to years. Investigators, okay, collective. I want to ask you a question, okay? Beaumont, Texas. Beaumont, Texas, okay? Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Beaumont. We got a couple we got a couple of vehicles in here from Texas. Oh. We have a couple of spiritual vehicles in here from Texas. Justice League, spiritual vehicle. Justice League, spiritual vehicle. Individual from Beaumont, Juanita. Okay? There's an artist who sings a song, okay? Something like, I'll have to look it up, but it goes something like, who's going to tell that wolf they're not a dog, or something like that? Juanita. This is the artist's name. The artist's name is Juanita. And she released a song, something along the lines of, who is going to tell that wolf they're not a dog? Okay? And I just said something about vehicles. We have a lot of vehicles in Texas. So something significant about Texas. Again, you are a spiritual vehicle, okay, for divine source. You are a spiritual vehicle for your ancestors here. They all agreed. They had a conversation. They had a meeting. And they were like, which one should we send down here during this lifetime and whatever you were born? 66, 89, 74, 82, whatever year you were born, 2000, whatever year you were born. Your ancestors and divine source, they got together and had a meeting. And they were like, which one should we send down here for this time? And they were like, that one. Let's send her. Let's send him. Okay? Yeah. And so they sent you here, okay? Birthed into the physical for a specific reason and a specific purpose. Okay? You signed a contract in the Akashic records. Your signature is written. Again, someone talked about Enoch. Enoch has your signature. And Enoch said, okay, sign this contract. You go forward, birthed into this lifetime again, reincarnated into this lifetime again. So be faithful to that contract. Be faithful to that contract. Okay? Sis. I'm going to encourage you to say nothing else. Okay? For the rest of this live psychic investigation reading, sis. Okay? Born 1950. Shout out to 1950. Okay? Shout out to 1950. Sis, listen to me. Okay? I'm going to request that you not speak anymore in this psychic investigation reading. Okay? Because I do believe that there is something here for you, but don't be spilling your depressive ass energy here. Okay? If you don't know who the fuck you are, again, have a seat and learn something. Start meditating. Okay? Start meditating. Okay? Three things that are necessary in order for you to ascend: hermit mode, isolation, celibacy, and meditation. Sis, I'm going to ask that you not say anything else in this psychic investigation reading. If you are not celibate, but you are single, so that means you're still fucking on people, okay? Men or women, whatever you do, okay? Then you need to stop. If you do not meditate, you need to start. And if you do not spend time in quiet and meditation, okay, and consideration, then you need to do that, sis, okay? But I'm going to ask you to close up your trap, okay, for the rest of this live psychic investigation reading, okay? Don't be coming in here dampening the spirit, okay, or attempting to, okay? So, angel numbers, this is what we have, okay? Angel numbers, okay? If you do not know the Gregorian date of your birth this lifetime, you need to look that up. Again, if you do not know the Gregorian calendar date of the birthday that you were born, you need to look that up. Okay? So here we are. Okay? This is what we have. Okay? Here's what we have. Take a look at the angel numbers. Take a look. Okay? So, right here, okay? What's standing out to, oh no, right here, okay? What's standing out to me is this is all fours. This breaks down to all fours. So we have 0440, we have 2004, we have 0550, and we have 1001. So if you take 0550 and 1001, okay, that breaks down to a 44. This is all fours right here. All fours right here. Okay? April 4th, January 2nd, 2002. Okay? Again, if you don't know the Gregorian date of your birthday, you should find that out. Investigators, look up these Gregorian birthdays as they resonate with your investigations. Okay? So, investigators, what is the 161st day of the year? Okay? What is the 111th day of the year? What is the 133rd day of the year? What is the 331st day of the year? Investigators, the 313th day of the year? Investigators, look these things up. Celebrities, what is the Gregorian date of the day you were born? Look it up. It's significant for you, okay? What's up from Australia? What's up from Australia, okay? One of the things that I find joy in is how we are coming together from all sides of the globe. That is one thing that I am enjoying. Okay, so we have people from Belize, we have people from Australia, we have people from China, we have, all over. That is one thing that I really enjoy. Shout out to the spirit of Toby Keith. We just passed his 2nd year of ascension. Shout out to the spirit of Toby Keith. We just passed year number 2 of his ascension. Okay? Toby Keith passed on 2/6/24. Country music singer. Could be something about a country music star who's watching. Okay? Shout out to the spirit of Toby Keith. Okay? Divine source. Okay? Tarot messages. Okay? Or tarot, however it goes. Okay, that's a lot. All right. We have the 8 of Pentacles, or excuse me, I said 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah. All right. We have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so travel, communication. That is in the upright. Travel, communication. Okay. This could be someone who's traveling, okay, to do wickedness against you. Okay, because we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, and the 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay? So, someone traveling towards you, it doesn't have to be love, or it doesn't have to be an ex-lover or ex-husband or ex-wife. Okay? This is someone, again, karmic, okay, They could be wanting to communicate with you. Okay, they could be getting ready to send you a message. Okay, I would ignore that shit. Okay, whoever that is, whoever you released or you've been guided to release. Okay, I wouldn't even respond to them. Okay, I would block them if you have not blocked them already. I don't know why you would not block them. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands in the upright. Okay, Nine of Wands in the upright gives hermit energy. Okay, sis. Okay, hermit energy, time in isolation, time in quiet. Even if you have a 9-to-5 job, that doesn't mean you need to quit your job. Okay, that doesn't mean you need to close down your business. That means when opportunity presents itself, you take time. So before you go to sleep, before you get up and run around for the day, take time to spend in quiet. Okay, take time to spend in quiet. You'll be much better for it throughout your day. Okay? What's up, Deborah? Okay, thank you so much. And again, we got a double confirmation for Michigan, double confirmation for Texas. So people in Texas, people in Michigan, okay? We got the World card. We got the Strength card, okay? That's Mamba and Mamba energy, okay? Strength, okay? That also resonates with the Seven of Wands energy for courage, okay? You could be a Leo's moon sign, Leo sun sign, Leo Venus, okay? Leo ascendant sign. Again, if you don't know where these positions are in your birth chart, look them up. Look them up. Leo, okay? Fire sign energy, okay? Hello, Annie, okay? Hello, Annie, okay? I'm getting parrot energy. I'm getting parrot energy. Do you know what parrot energy is in karmic form? Parrot energy is a mockery. Parrot energy is a mockery, okay? In low vibrational energy. Parrot energy is a mockery. Okay? Someone who simply repeats what you do, repeats what you say, a mockery energy, a parrot energy. Okay? So you say, what? You say, what? Fuck you. The parrot says, what? Fuck you. Right? Mockery energy. Mockery energy. Okay? So someone copying you, taking from you, whatever that is. They could be acting like you. They could have dyed their hair like you. They could have got a haircut like you. They could have anything, dressed like you. Okay? A mockery energy. Okay? Yeah. A copycat, Lady Dragon. Yeah. A copycat. A doppelganger. Okay? A doppelganger. Confirmation. Okay? So confirmation. Okay? So we have a copycat energy. Okay? That's being revealed. Copycat in anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Okay? Anywhere in the world. Copycat energy. Copycat energy. Okay? For those of you who are extraterrestrial, those of you who are star seeds, okay? In a lot of cases, these secret societies and the Vatican and others, they know who you are, okay? There are far more secret societies out here than Freemasons, far more secret societies than Skull and Bones, okay? Committee of 300, Bavarian Illuminati, Wolf's Head, Scroll and Key, okay? Many secret societies out here. There's a secret society out here that specifically focuses on political assassinations, okay? And they are called the Assassins. It's an extremist group. The Assassins is a secret society that specifically focus on political assassinations, okay? Another one from Australia. We getting double confirmations all over the world. Double confirmations all over the world. I'm feeling like a song, won't you come along? Double confirmations all over the world. I'm feeling like a song, won't you come along? Okay? Double confirmations all over. All over. Okay? We have someone whose name is Farthead in the room. Okay, someone's name is Farthead in the room. Okay, so here you go, sis and others. We have the Hermit. Okay, we have the Hermit. It is necessary, and it's one of the three key foundations for you. So you are body, soul, spirit in this form. Okay, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay, you have a palm, 4 fingers, and a thumb. Okay, your nasal whatever. Okay, ear, nose, and throat doctor. That's 3. Ear, nose, throat, all connected. Ear, nose, throat. Okay, iris, pupil, retina. Okay, I can go on and on about 3s. Okay, I can go on and on about 3s. Okay, and go on and on. Can't understand how it lasts so long. I must have had superpowers. Grab 215,000 hours. Get a calculator, do the math. I made 1,000 songs that made you move your ass. And for the last 300 months, I made 16 albums with me on the front, and they bump. Where you get your beats, I heard 93 rappers say shit like me. Okay? A little something from Too Short. Okay? Blow the whistle. Okay? That's what we do here on the Real Psychic Investigators. We blow the whistle. We blow the whistle. Shout out to Too Short. We blow the whistle. Okay? So, Herman, and I just looked down, and we got the Hierophant. And we got the Hierophant. And we got the Hierophant right here. Right here. So again, you being in your North Node, high priest, high priestess, goddess, okay, energy, emperor, empress energy, okay, right here. Right here. And it only happens when this is part of your journey, actively. When this, yeah, I like that checkmate. I like that checkmate. Tahana, what's up? Good to see you again. I like that checkmate. I like to say booyah shaka. I like to say booyah shaka. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What's up, Divine Water Truth? Okay. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. I like howdy, y'all. I like howdy, y'all. I like a little country. I just gave a shout out to Toby Keith. We just passed his 2-year ascension. Toby Keith, okay? I like a little country and I like a little twang. Howdy, y'all. I love that. I love that. I love that. Shout out to you, Divine Water Truth. I like it. I like it. All right. So I'm going to use this. So I'm going to take care. I'm going to put it in a stack. All right. So again, we got some strong ass major arcana out here. We got the World card for a brand new beginning. We got the Hierophant Collective, celebrities, investigators, judges, attorneys. We got the Hierophant. We got the Strength card. We got the Hermit. We got the Moon. Okay. We got the Queen of Pentacles and some communication, travel. We got a lot of something going on out here. Okay. Okay, on top of the stack, okay, for those of you tuning in for the first time, shout out to Leo. Okay, yeah, we got the Strength card out here. Fart head. Okay, we have the Leo out here. All right, so healing wand energy. Okay, healing wand energy. Men, okay, men, let me tell you, and this is for you too, women. Men, let me tell you something. Okay, this is my 3rd stint of celibacy. Okay. You may not believe me when I say what I'm about to say. Each stint of celibacy, my first one started in 2007. Okay. Second one was during the time that I was on dialysis. Okay. Not all of that time, because the last part of my dialysis time, I was married. So I wasn't celibate then. Okay. And then now starting in 2022. Okay. Men and women, you may not believe me, but each time that I committed myself to celibacy, okay, my wand grew. You might not believe me, but we grown in here so we can have grown folks conversations. That's what I like to say. Okay? This is a free space. Okay? Not to act a fucking fool, but this is a free space to speak the truth. Okay? Hello, Fred. Okay? Hello, Fred. What's up, y'all? Okay? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I hope you're doing well. Okay? Oh, hey, y'all. Again, I gotta say what I gotta say. And when ancestors and divine source gives a message, I gotta say what I gotta say. Yeah, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds, sis. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds. I don't know. I don't know what that fucking question is. Okay? You're asking what year it is? It's 2026, dumbass. Okay? Like, yeah, bye. Like, get your own ass out. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean, what year is it? Stupid ass. Yeah. So I said, what's up to you, y'all? All right? Your ancestors are clown. They were like, what's up, girl, with your extraterrestrial ass? Like, your ancestors are clowns. Your ancestors are clowns. But in a funny way, all right? But yes, okay? So men, okay, when you take the time to stop dipping your wand, okay, in every little juice that comes along, you will be blessed. Am I saying that's going to happen? I don't know, but I'm just saying you will be blessed in some sort of way and honored, again, for not sticking your wand in every little juice that comes along. Women, same thing for you. Same thing for you. Okay? Same thing for you. Okay? What's up, Astral Sam? Okay? What's up, Astral Sam? Okay? So, celibacy. Celibacy. On top of one stack. Next stack, we have Age of Aquarius. Okay? Age of Aquarius. What's going on, Leo? What's going on, Leo? I don't know what flag that is, okay? But wherever you are, welcome in. Yeah, seriously, y'all. I had to laugh. They're like, what's up with your ancestral ass? I'm like, wow. They're, again, when the moon is in its seventh house, and Jupiter aligns with Mars, and peace will guide the planets, and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. Shout out to Ireland. We got Ireland out here like 2 readings ago. Maybe last reading, Jay. We got Ireland out here, okay? Couple of, maybe the last 2 of the last 3 live readings. Ireland, Irish, okay? From the UK, okay? Age of Aquarius, okay? And then we have something right here that is like Natalie Holloway, okay? Washington State, shout out to Washington State, okay? Okay? So, some things like Natalie Holloway. Those of you who are in other countries, you may not know the story about Natalie Holloway. Her mother's name is Elizabeth. The name Elizabeth. Okay? Something about a hallway investigators. A hallway. Okay? And Natalie. Okay? What's up, Tater? What's up, Tater? Hope you're doing good. Okay? So what is like Natalie Holloway? What was Natalie Holloway's situation? Natalie Holloway went on vacation. We have travel out here with the 8 of Wands. Natalie Holloway went on vacation and was murdered. Natalie Holloway went on vacation, and when she went on vacation, I think she was 18, went with her high school or something like that, a high school trip. Natalie Holloway, confirmation ding dong. Natalie Holloway, go on vacation, disappear teenager. Okay, you could see this on the news if this doesn't resonate for your journey. Again, we deal with global events here, not just your own journey personally. Okay, thank you, Jay. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you for subscribing. I never ask. You are energetically guided here, and yeah, doesn't matter to me if you subscribe or not, but I do appreciate it because I never ask. And I don't mean that to be rude. I just never ask because I only want those who are divinely guided to connect with me. Okay? Only those who are divinely guided. There are karmics that tune in. Okay? And those are the dumbasses that sit in the back. Okay? So, with this energy right here, okay, this is what divine is wanting me to share. Take a look here. Take a look. Okay? So with this energy right here, look. Investigators. So like Natalie Holloway traveled, okay? That's part of the Eight of Wands energy in the upright. Natalie Holloway traveled, okay? There was an offer, okay? There was an offer right here. There was an offer, okay, of something, a date, okay? A drink, meet somebody at the bar, okay? And then, okay, this right here represents, she could have left, went to the hotel with this individual. I forget the individual's name who was ultimately convicted. I forget their name, okay? So she left with this individual. Again, a partnership, not a love union, okay? Just a hookup. Just a hookup on vacation, and she was murdered. All of this right here, Natalie Holloway energy. Natalie, and it happens, not just her, obviously. Multiple times a year this happens. That people go on vacation, teenagers, adults, and they are murdered. When they go to someone's hotel, someone shows up at their hotel. Could be the bell boy, okay? Could be the bell boy investigators. Take a look. Excellent, Jay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you. Okay. So there we go with Natalie Holloway energy investigators again. Okay. So let's go ahead and place these in the stack. Okay. And see what else is going on. On the bottom of the Age of Aquarius, we have the judges watching. We have the judges watching. So tune in, Judge. Tune in. Tap in. At least one judge is watching. They could be from Detroit. They could be in Texas. They could be in Australia. They could be in the UK. They could be in Ireland. They could be in Washington State. Okay? Here. A judge is watching. Okay? On the bottom of the other stack that says Natalie Holloway, we have Parker. Okay? We have Parker. First, middle, last name. First, middle, last name. Parker. Next. We have new wheels. So I mentioned vehicles in Texas. I didn't mean to say vehicles in Texas. I meant to say beings in Texas. And I said we have a lot of vehicles in Texas. But I meant to say beings in Texas, okay, when people were telling me where they are from, okay, or where they are, okay. And so we have new wheels right here, new wheels. All right, so let's go ahead and place the cards in the stack and continue to see what confirmations come out here. All right, again, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you, the love that you send the channel. If you are interested in private information, okay, if you are interested in learning more about your personal journey, getting confirmations on your personal journey, you can schedule an esoteric conversation with me. The first one is free. Okay, the first one is free, and those are conducted via Zoom. Via Zoom. So you will need to download the Zoom app. Okay, and we will go ahead and coordinate time zones because I am in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. So if you are on the East Coast of New York or East Coast of New York, if you are in New York City or New York State, for example, we are 12 hours apart. So my 9 o'clock in the morning is your 9 o'clock in the evening. It is 8:21 currently in the morning in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. So it's 8:21 in the evening in New York City, for example. So we will need to coordinate those things. Again, via Zoom, that information is in the description section of this live video as I speak, if you would like to get that set up. Those of you that have esoteric conversations coming up, I look forward to those. Those of you who have scheduled esoteric conversations with me, thank you so much. It's a wonder to me and a wonderment to learn about you, your journey, and some of our synchronicities are just unprecedented, okay, in the 3D. Some of our synchronicities, and when we have these energetic exchanges in those conversations, unprecedented, unprecedented. The similarities, okay? You've gone through homelessness, okay? I've been homeless 3 times. 2 of those times while I was on dialysis, I had to sleep in my vehicle, okay? I mean, there's so many synchronicities, okay? Parents being murdered, okay? You being kidnapped, stolen, falsely adopted, okay? So many synchronicities, so many synchronicities, okay? And again, it's by divine design, okay? So be thankful, okay? Be thankful, okay? You don't have to put up with it, okay? But be thankful, okay? Because it's all for your greater good. And again, your Akashic records and the contract that you signed when you came here, that's what you're here to fulfill. Sometimes that means being on the cross, even though you were not murdered, okay? Sometimes that means being on the cross. That certainly means bearing your cross, whatever your cross represents. Whatever your cross represents, okay? I wasn't able to find your email. Okay, so I will give you, so for the alchemy class, so if you would like to be a part of that alchemy class, you can send an email to NEHRUPTAH. NEHRU, that's Nehru Patah, okay? Nehru Patah at Gmail. NEHRUPTAH at Gmail. And in the subject heading, just put alchemy class, okay? Just put alchemy class. Great hugs to you. Great hugs to you, y'all. All right. And yeah, okay. And again, that will be done via Zoom. So for the karmics who would claim that their camera doesn't work, I will kick their ass out of the Zoom. So karmics, you can think, okay, that you're going to get away with something, even in that class, and you're going to bring your karmic, dark, low vibrational energy in there, okay? And I'm going to kick you out when you claim that your video camera doesn't work, okay? Someone sent me an email or someone sent a message in the comments and said that they don't have an email address. You can't have a YouTube account, even if you do not post anything. You cannot create a YouTube account without an email address. It could be a Gmail, iCloud, something, net, but you cannot create. They will not allow you. The algorithm, the whatever, however YouTube has it set up, you cannot create a YouTube account without an email address. So I blocked that karmic ass because they are a liar. You cannot create a YouTube account and not have an email address associated with it. That's impossible. So, to some of you, the lies are becoming clear. To some of you, the lies are just that clear. Just that clear. Okay? They're lying straight to your face. They're lying straight to your face, investigators. They're lying straight to your face, politicians. We have Canada, Cayman Islands, and Cameroon. Okay? Canada, Cayman Islands, and Cameroon. Okay? That is on one side of communication, okay, and travel. You could be going there, okay? And again, we deal with global events as well, okay? So it could be a Natalie Holloway situation, okay? In Canada, the Cayman Islands, or Cameroon, investigators, okay? I'm especially getting the Cayman Islands, okay? Something about someone going on vacation to the Cayman Islands and not coming home. Okay? Or you will be traveling on vacation to one of these places. Okay? I would only go to Canada in the summertime. Okay? I will only go to Canada in the summertime. Okay? I will not be traveling unless I was going to ski. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't do cold weather. Okay? I don't do freezing. Okay? I don't do frozen dirt. Okay? And we have a corrupt law firm. Communication about a corrupt law firm, okay? Someone dealing, working with a corrupt law firm, someone working at a corrupt law firm. Law firm. Okay? Someone in this law firm you could have taken a trip with. Someone in this law firm you could travel with currently. Okay? You could work at a law firm. Those of you who are tuning in, again, attorneys, obviously, okay? Judges, you know what I'm saying, okay? Bill Clinton, okay? Bill Clinton, once their presidential term ended, okay, they went back to being a lawyer. Confirmation. Bill Clinton, William Clinton, Chelsea, Hillary, okay? Right here. Okay? So today, Bill Clinton has a law firm somewhere. Okay? That's a very common thing for politicians. Okay? All right. So a corrupt law firm. You should have left already. Collective. Look. Okay? 44 in the room and 48 likes. Okay? Those are all fours. Okay? Here we go. You should have left already. You should have left already. Okay? That is on one side. Okay? So there's something about a breakup. This did come out in reverse. Okay? So there's something about a divorce or a breakup, a separation, and the name Johnson. Okay? Also, ladies, this could be someone who's been giving their Johnson to somebody else. Okay? Oh, thank you, Wanda. Okay? So Johnson. Again, someone could be giving their Johnson to somebody else. You should have left already. This right here in reverse represents separation. You should have left already. Okay? You should have left already. Let me go. I've never even said this on this channel. Let me tell you something, everyone tuning in, okay? No matter what your status is in the world, let me tell you something. I will never, ever, again, I don't even subscribe to YouTube's Super Thanks and YouTube's YPP program because they take 45%, okay? And even if I was never an accountant and didn't understand bookkeeping, okay, I would never subscribe to something where I get $100 and they take $45. That's how greedy YouTube's ass is. So that's why they want you to do those things. Okay? That's how greedy YouTube is. Okay? 45%. No, thank you. Okay? I'll just continue to use this form in its simplistic way. Thank you very much. You've already shadow banned one of my channels, YouTube employees. That channel is Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. Okay? It has more than twice the videos on that channel and only 300 and something subscribers. That's what shadow banning will do. Twice as many, 3 times as many videos over there as this channel. Was started 2 years prior and still only has 300 and something subscribers because it was shadow banned in 2022, 23, something. Okay? That's why you can't give me money on this channel. If you want to sew into me, there are other ways to do it, but you can't give me money through YouTube, and I will never ask anybody for money. So if you ever get a message from the real psychic investigators or from Esoteric Guidance Extraterrestrial Earth Angel asking you for money, it's a doppelganger. Okay? Divine source. Yeah, we got YouTube. That was hilarious. That was hilarious the other day. All right? We got YouTube. Okay? I will never ask you for money. Ever. When I was homeless, I did not ask anybody for money. When I was homeless, I never asked anybody for money. And I went one day, out of 3 times being homeless, I went one day without a meal. One day. I didn't starve. Okay? One day. Divine Source is my employer. And always had. Divine Source is my supplier and my employer. No. So thank you, y'all, for mentioning that. Because, again, there are doppelgangers out there. Okay? Don't send nobody money thinking you're sending it to me. Okay? Through YouTube. Because I don't want your money and requesting it that way. Again, if you want to sew into me financially, there are other ways to do it. If you want to know those ways, you can send me an email. Okay? So, Johnson, and you should have left already. Okay? Some of you are in the process of getting a divorce, separation. Some of you. Okay? And again, if you're not, Divine Source is saying you should be. Okay? Divine Source is saying you should be. Okay? Someone's giving their Johnson or their cat to somebody else. First angel number out, we have 1001 for spiritual awakening. And University of Virginia Secret Society Philanthropic 7 Society. Here we go. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, we have our first secret society out here for this live psychic investigation reading. University of Virginia's Secret Society Philanthropic 7 Society. Okay? UVA. Okay? I don't know if we have anyone in here from Virginia or in Virginia currently. Okay? Secret Society. On one side of the spiritual awakening, karma sees and karma knows. Confirmation burp. Karma sees and karma knows. And I'm going to read this angel number to us. Again, angel number 1001. Okay? So Libra, October 1st. October 1st. October 1st. There you go, Astro Sam. Okay? Okay? Yeah, they were trying to be funny because they're clowns. Yeah. Okay? Spiritual awakening, a new phase in religious or spiritual quest. That's why you need to put the Bible down. Okay? That's why you need to put the Bible down. And just being honest, some of you need to stop going to the religious organization that you're going to. Some of you need to stop going to the religious organization that you're going to. Just because your mama, daddy, grandmother, grandfather, aunts, uncles, whoever's, just because they went there or go there, you're not obligated to go there. Okay? Look at where they are in their spiritual awakening. They probably pray to Jesus and don't even get miracles. They probably pray to Jesus and don't even get miracles because that's not their real name. Some of you probably need to stop going to the religious organizations that you go to. Again, take it as it resonates. You're going through a spiritual awakening which can feel like the dark night of the soul. You're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. Passion. Okay? All right? One of the very common fruits here that's sold on the street, okay, here in Vietnam is passion fruit. Passion fruit, church scammers, okay? Creflo lowlife ass dollar, Creflo dollar, Kenneth Copeland, okay? Gwen Shambling, T.D. Jakes, Reverend James Cleveland, who died of AIDS, Zachary Timms, I'm naming these names for synchronicity. Zachary Timms, okay? Someone's name is Aaron and Smith, Aaron and Smith, or Parker. We have Parker on the bottom of one of these stacks, like Stephen Lee Parker, okay? Karmic ass religious motherfuckers, okay? They're not interested in helping you ascend to become your highest, purest, truest self. That's why they only teach you from the Bible. Many of these individuals out here who lead these religious organizations, Ronnie Dennis in Hinesville, Georgia, Ronnie Dennis in Hinesville, Georgia, okay? Many of these individuals out here, they know the truth, claiming to be a priest, priestess, okay? Claiming to be a nun, and they're raping the children at these Catholic churches. Many of these individuals, they know the truth, but they won't share it with you. They know, but they won't share it with you. Okay? So, there you go. Spiritual awakening happened. You have to get out of religion in order for that to happen. You have to get out of religion, okay? And being a robot and feeling like you're going to hell if you don't go to church. That is a manipulation tactic. That is a manipulation tactic. If you don't come here every week and give me your money, you going to hell. That's a manipulation tactic. Listen to me. A manipulation tactic. Okay? What's up, follow your heart? What's going on, baby? I was hoping I see you today. I was going to say this morning, but it's evening for you. Okay? A manipulation tactic. When scripture speaks, I shared this with someone in an esoteric conversation the other day. When scripture speaks of forsake not the assembling of yourselves with one another, this means forsake not the assembling of yourselves with Most High. Forsake not the assembling of yourselves with your ancestors. Forsake not the assembling of yourselves with other like-minded, high vibrational beings. So when you ascend past religion, forsake that, and then forsake not the assembling of yourselves on your spiritual enlightenment journey. Okay? Parents use it all the time, every day. Some parent telling you, get out in front of the TV, stop standing so close to the TV, you're going to go blind. It is a scientific proof that standing no matter how close you are to the TV, okay, scientifically proven to not do shit to your eyes. Parents say some some karmic ass shit. Parents say some karmic ass shit again until they awaken. I hope they do. Okay? They lie to you. They just regurgitate what their parents told them. They just regurgitate what their parents told you. Again, what told them? Again, same church, 40 years. And truthfully, they have not one fucking miracle to think of in 40 years. They haven't alchemized anything in 40 years, but they still go to AME First Baptist. They still go to AME First Baptist. Okay? They still go to the Lutheran church. They still do, even though they haven't alchemized shit in 60 years of their life. They still go to the church though. For what? For what? For the same regurgitated garbage every week. For the same regurgitated garbage every week. Jesus died for your sins. Tell me something I don't know. What's next? So after he died for my sins, what then? What now? Confirmation. So he died. Okay, so now what? How do I become as he was? Be as Christ. Be as Christ. Okay, so he was an alchemizer. Okay? He alchemized. He was a healer. How can I become that? They don't teach you that. They don't teach you that. They lead you to believe that Yeshua was the only one who could do what they did when Yeshua says, okay, greater things than these shall you do. Yeshua said, greater things than these shall you do. So more than turning water to wine, more than raising the dead, more than healing the sick, more than raising Lazarus from the dead. This is the best damn Sunday message you will ever hear. This is the best damn Sunday message you will ever hear. They don't teach you how to be Christ-like, but yet they tell you to be Christ-like. How? How? How can I alchemize my poverty-cursed bloodline into wealth, Pastor? How can I alchemize cancer that continues to take out my family members? How can I alchemize that so that we go on to live 120 years? How can I alchemize high blood pressure and diabetes out of my family? How can I alchemize that, mister? Well, you just got to keep praying for healing. No, no, there is a better way. There is a better way. We are at the end of that era, okay? We are at the end of that era. Thank you. Follow your heart, okay? As you can see, I'm passionate about what I do, okay? And the purpose of which I'm here, okay? Yeah, I hear you, Wanda, because it's comical. When you really do sit back, okay, and you really truly sit back and you pull the curtains back, you pull the veil back, okay? You pull the veil back, it's amazing, and it really is comical. You're like, oh, shit. They told me that my whole childhood. Oh yeah, I remembered it. It's hilarious. It really is. It really is. It really does get to be comical. Okay? Yeah, absolutely. Okay? Yep, Angel. Okay? The Great Awakening, 1001, Libra energy. Okay? And Age of Aquarius. Okay? We got them both out here. Okay? So, again, Secret Society, Philanthropic 7 Society at the University of Virginia's campus. A lot of these secret societies are on university and college campuses around the world. Okay? Why? Because they know individuals are hungry for knowledge. They know they're hungry for knowledge. So, okay? Ooh, I said hungry. Oh, shit. I got hungry and look. And this came out in reverse, actually. Okay? I got hungry and look. There it is. As soon as I turn the card around. Okay? And we have throat chakra protection. Okay? Throat chakra protection. So, be sure to do your throat chakra work. Okay? Black tourmaline. Okay? Mica, whatever crystals you want to use. Okay? I have bracelets, tiger's eye. Okay? Okay? Take this bracelet, put it on your throat. Okay? I speak confidently. I speak brilliantly. I speak truthfully. I am a truth speaker. Divine has sent me here to deliver a truth through my actions and through my words, through my life. Okay? Prophesy over yourself. Prophesy over yourself. And again, these are the things that Yeshua was learning between the age of 12 and 30. They were not subject to their mother and father building chairs as a carpenter. They were traveling to Tibet and to other places learning how to use these things so that later on they could turn water to wine. They could raise the dead. They could do these things. This is what they were doing. They were not at home with Joseph building furniture. That's a lie, Steve. That's a lie. Okay? Excellent. Okay? I'll definitely be getting me some more jewelry. Okay? I'll definitely be getting me some more jewelry. Okay? Yeah. 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 Emerald tablets. Definitely. Definitely. Divine is reminding me to say this. I wasn't going to mention it, honestly. But Divine is leading me to say that give me just 1 second. Excuse me. Give me just one moment. All right, we are back. Okay, we are back. I wasn't going to mention this, but Sundays on the Shadow Band channel, I am currently sharing the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua, the Christ. I am currently sharing the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua the Christ, and that goes through what they were teaching and their travels to various countries, okay, and what they were learning and what they were teaching as a teenager, again, not in your Bible, because they don't want you to know about their spiritual awakening and what they were going through, or realizations. They were already awakened, okay? They don't want you to know that, whoever they are, okay? The Aquarian Gospel and teachings of Yeshua. He was a teenager and teaching Brahmic priests, Vedic priests, okay? And getting them straight with their philosophies. And again, he was also learning from them. He was learning from spiritual gurus like Sadhguru today, okay? Sadhguru today. He was learning from spiritual guides like Abraham Hicks today. He was learning from these individuals, okay? This is what he was doing for the 18 years. Again, not building furniture. Oh, it is Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. I'll show you. Let me put a picture up here of the channel, okay? Let me do that. Okay? Okay, here's the channel. All right. Okay. And again, that's the Shadow Band channel on YouTube. Okay. All right. Because again, whoever they are, okay, they don't want the truth to be known. Whoever they are. All right. But so this Sunday, okay, at 10 o'clock, that's 10 o'clock Eastern time in the evening, 10 o'clock Eastern time for those of you in the U.S. or as a reference, okay, we will continue our journey through the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua the Christ, okay? So, someone's hungry out here, and again, throat chakra protection, okay? Thank you, follow your heart, okay? Again, throat chakra protection here, okay? Next, we have another secret society out here. The Secret Society Bohemian Club. The Secret Society Bohemian Club. And this is the club, this is the secret society that was part of organizing the bombings of Hiroshima. Okay? These are Republicans. And again, I'm not Republican, Democratic, okay, or independent. I vote however I want to, even if I choose to vote. Okay? So, secret society, Bohemian Club, okay? So they've been around for some decades. Okay? They are part of the Republican group who was part of putting together the bombings of Hiroshima. Take a look. Okay? And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. These secret societies have a lot of money. Hello, what's going on, Wendy? Okay? These secret societies have a lot of money. Okay? Secret Society, Bohemian Club, and the Hiroshima bombing. JP, baby, what is going on? Shout out to the all divine masculine beings, divine feminine beings, male or female. We all carry both. It's up to you if you ascend or your worth. Know your worth. JP knows their worth. Okay? Shout out to you, baby. Okay? So, another secret society. Okay? And they have new house, new house, new house. And I'm giving shout outs to Toby Keith because we are on his 2nd year anniversary of his ascension. Okay? Toby Keith. And there it is. Toby Keith. Toby Keith. I'm giving shout outs to Toby Keith all throughout this video. And Toby Keith shows up. I told Toby Keith he can visit me whenever he wants to. That spirit being. Again, we carry both masculine and feminine energy. Toby Keith, baby, you can visit me anytime. Anytime, baby. Anytime. Okay? Anytime. All right? Anytime. Because we are the colors of the rainbow. We are the colors of a rainbow. You are here for a complete experience, no matter what reincarnation number you are on. You are here for a complete experience. Like Rose showing those rainbows. So in one lifetime you were red, one lifetime you were orange, one lifetime you were yellow, one lifetime you were green, one lifetime you were blue, one lifetime you were purple. We are here for a complete experience. Whatever reincarnation number you're on. I'm on number 10. This is the final destination. Okay? Final voyage. Okay? This is the final voyage for me. Okay? And it's going to be fantastic. Okay? New house. And the Bohemian Club Secret Society. Okay? Next, what are we looking at? We have Gary, Garner, Garrett, and Garnett. Gary, Garner, Garrett, and Garnett. Okay? So Gary Payton, Gary, is it Gary Shandling? Is it Gary Shandling? Like the celebrity? Gary Shandling, something? Okay? Garner, okay? Lisa Garner, okay? I don't know, Rose. I have no idea. You should schedule an esoteric conversation with me, Rose. You know all about that. Okay? You should schedule one. Maybe we'll find out together. Okay? Garrett. Okay? Garrett, Garrison. Okay? Garrett. Okay? The difference between being in war and being at your home base, when you are at your home base in the military, that is called being in garrison. Garrison. Shout out to all the honorable men and women out here who serve their country. Okay? Whatever country that is. Okay? Garnet. That could be a color. Garnet. Greetings. Educate. Hello, Educate. Okay? Hello, Educate. What's up, Mystic Rose? Okay? All right? So take a look at the names. Investigators, collective, celebrities. Take a look at the name. Okay? Gary Payton. Did I say Gary Payton? There's something about a wombat. There's something about a wombat energy. Okay? That could be someone's spirit animal. Yep, Kevin Garnett. Okay, Kevin Garnett was known as the Big Ticket. The Big Ticket was Kevin Garnett's name. Minnesota, I was going to say Baltimore, so yeah. But Minnesota, Celtics, okay? I don't know who else he played with, okay? Kevin and Garnett, okay? The Big Ticket. The Big Ticket, okay? Bohemian Club, okay? Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. In the Redwood Forest. In the Redwood Forest. Okay? Again, one of the downloads over the last 24 hours is someone being caught red-handed. Okay? What that means is someone has blood on their hands. When you're caught red-handed, so when you hear on the news or you hear in a movie, we caught you red-handed, that means someone has blood on their hands, spiritually or literally. Blood on their hands, being caught red-handed is what that means. Okay? So, on the other side, we have a dinner invite. Okay? A dinner invite. Okay? A dinner invite. Okay? This individual could have invited you to a dinner, any one of these names out here. Okay? You may or may not want to take them up on their offer. You may or may not, okay, want to take them up on their offer. They could be making burnt sacrifices out here, okay? The Gary the Weak Warlock confirmation for you, Robert, okay? They could be having in this redwood forest that Follow Your Heart is speaking of, okay? They could be having burnt offerings out here, okay? Burnt sacrifices in this redwood forest. A dinner invite. Okay. So dinner invite on 11/1/111. Okay. So January 11th investigators, the 111th day of the year. Again, check your Gregorian calendar date for your birthday. Okay. That is probably a number you've been seeing your entire life. So if you were born on the 138th day of the year, you've probably been seeing 138, 318, 83813, and you've been wondering, why do I keep seeing this number? Duh, McFly, it's because your ancestors are trying to get your attention. Your ancestors are trying to get your attention. They have some things to share with you. Okay? 138, baby. Okay? Whatever the 138th day is. Again, I use it as an example, but nothing that I say is just coincidence, because there's no such thing as coincidence. For you new subscribers and new listeners who are tuning in for the first time, nothing is a coincidence. Okay? Intuition 111. Intuition 111. November 1. Scorpionic energy. Scorpionic energy. Okay? Time to implement long cherished ideas. You're on the right track toward making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. Trust in the process. Okay? Trust in the process. Okay? Someone's being sex trafficked in Bulgaria. Investigators. Okay? Someone is being sex trafficked in Bulgaria. Okay? In Bulgaria. Okay? I had to check the camera to make sure it was still working. Okay? Looked like it was glitching there for a minute. Okay? So, someone's being sex trafficked in Bulgaria. Okay? Hello, Truth Seeker. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Okay? Next, where are we at here? Ooh. We have the name Maurice. Okay? We have the name Maurice. Yeah, I thought it was glitching for a moment. And again, I am in Vietnam. Okay? So the internet is, yeah. Okay? It can be It's generally, it's good most of the time, 90 something percent of the time. One day recently on a live, we had a citywide blackout, okay? And so the internet was down for a couple of hours in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. So again, here that does happen from time to time, okay? We have the name Maurice, okay? Maurice. Maurice, that name is on one side of the Knight of, or Nine of Wands, okay? So we have the Hierophant out here, okay? So again, this is strong enough to stand on your own, okay? Strong enough to stand on your own. You being on your esoteric journey in the Knight of Wands, okay? Anything that comes out here upright, like not anything. Let's say the Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, okay, Nine of Cups, okay? You're just waiting, men and women, you're just waiting for one more. One more, that one more addition, okay? That could be your divine partner. That could be a business partnership, okay? Those of you in the Nine of Cups, upright, Nine of Wands, okay? Nine of Pentacles energy, you're just waiting for one more. One more. And then you're kicked into the stratosphere as far as whatever your divine purpose is here, okay? Then you're kicked into the stratosphere, okay? When you get that one more, okay? So shout out to the 9 nines, okay? 99th day of the year. Could be your Gregorian day birthday. Leah. Leah, this happens all of the time, collective, celebrities, those those of you who have been here know this. Leah, you says this is your father. This is your son's father. Did you just tune in or have you been listening for a minute? I'm just curious. Did you just click on the video or have you been sitting back watching like a good student? Have you been sitting back watching for a minute? I'm curious. Okay? So Leah pops into the room and her son's father's name come out here. Okay? Man, Maurice is popping up everywhere. Damn, Maurice. What your karmic ass doing? Damn, Maurice. What your karmic ass doing? Damn, Maurice. What your karmic ass doing? Like, really, Tater? Like, really? Seriously? Like, what the hell? Maurice. Like, bam, bam. Wow. Wow. Maurice. Okay? We have a celebrity is doing witchcraft. Maurice could be a celebrity, okay? You know what I'm saying? And a celebrity doesn't mean someone who's in Hollywood. A celebrity could be someone who's very well known in your community. Okay? This could be a police officer. This could be a firefighter. This could be a politician. Okay? Maurice. They could be a local celebrity. They don't have to be on TMZ. Okay? They don't have to be on a reality TV show. Okay? By the way, the other day, those of you who tuned in to that live, I got a download about basketball wives, right? And so I was like, okay, I don't watch reality shit like that. I do not watch that garbage. But, yeah, a hood celebrity. So they could be a street pharmacist, okay? Tater, thank you. They could be a street pharmacist. That's a hood celebrity, okay? A gang leader, gang member, those are covens too. And secret societies, okay? A hood celebrity. I'm going to have to use that. Okay? So, yeah. Street pharmacist. Okay? And Divine gave me a download before we did that live about basketball wives. So I was like, you know what? I'm always open to whatever Divine wants to say, show me, whatever. Okay? So I went after that live and I turned on an episode of Basketball Wives. I listened to about 15, 20 minutes of that shit and I was like, no. I'm like, no. No. I'm like, hell no. I can't sit through that. I don't know how people watch that. I really do not. I mean, Just made up karmic ass drama with women with their ass plumped full of silicone and bullshit. I can't watch that. Reality TV is so far from reality. I mean, really, I cannot watch that shit. I don't like a fake woman, okay? A woman that wears all the wigs and eyelashes way out to here and all that bullshit. I do not like that. I like a natural kind of woman. You know what I'm saying? I like a natural kind of woman. If you want to wear a mini fro and that's what you got, work with it. You know, there's nothing wrong with eyeliner, makeup. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do not like all that fake ass shit. I do not like it. All the sew-ins and all of that. And again, nothing against that. It's my personal preference. I prefer someone who, again, works with more of what they have and what they've been given naturally. Okay? I don't like all that. That's just way too much. I was 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I was like, nope, click, and I turned it off. I'm like, I cannot watch that. I cannot watch that. It's amazing what sells today, okay? It is amazing what sells today. It is amazing, amazing. So Maurice is definitely on the chopping block, Divine just said, ancestors. Maurice is definitely on the chopping block. The chopping block. And if you wear eyelashes, ladies, if you wear eyelashes, make them realistic. You can wear eyelashes, but make them realistic. They don't need to be this long. Ain't nobody's fucking eyelashes 3 inches long, people. Okay? Nobody's. Okay? Nobody's. I got long eyelashes probably for a guy, right? Nobody's eyelashes are that long from their face. Nobody. Okay? A donkey maybe, and that's what they look like, a jackass. A donkey's eyelashes are that long, and that's what they look like, a jackass. I'm just saying. It is. It is your choice, Gene. You're right. It is your choice. Okay? But again, I'm speaking about my personal preference. And whoever my divine partner is, and again, she doesn't have to. Okay? But I won't be with her. Okay? Again, she won't have to because that's my choice. You know what I'm saying? That's my choice. So divine can bring me somebody, okay, who's all into that plastic surgery and shit. I can't imagine that. Okay? Because they know that I'm not like that. Okay? And I would not support that. Okay? But he could bring me someone like that and I would turn them down. Okay? Jasmine Guy, Tisha Campbell, they look like clowns today. They should have just let themselves age naturally. Jasmine Guy and Tisha Campbell, they look like clowns today. They should have just let themselves age naturally. Okay? Seriously, looking crazy for follow your heart, said like Shrek. Again, your preference, you can do to your physical body whatever you want to, okay? So if you want to plump it up with silicone, okay? You want to get breast implants out to here like Coco, Ice-T's wife, okay? You want to do that, do whatever you want to your body. But I'm saying this divine being right here, born on the 333rd day of the year, this Master Builder 33, I don't deal with the plastic. I don't deal. There's nothing about me that's plastic. Nothing. I take care of myself, I ate my ear, my nose. I take care of my fingernails, you know what I'm saying? I take care of my toes, my feet, But, yeah. Okay? Also, a little personal information and insight into how I take care of myself, all right? Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox. She was a fox. She should have let herself age naturally. Toe up. Wendy Williams, toe up. Toe up. I personally believe Wendy Williams was born a man or a male. I personally believe Wendy Williams was born a male. That's my own personal insight. Okay? But what I was going to say is, in the caring for myself, okay, I shave. Okay? I believe hair holds smells. Confirmation. Divine gave me a confirmation on that. I believe hair holds smells. Okay? So I shave. Men, I shave because I believe hair holds smells. Okay? So we have a poisoned U.S. attorney. Okay? A poisoned U.S. attorney. Okay? Yeah, Rose. Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one can do me better. Okay? Yeah, seriously, Wendy Williams. Seriously. We're the real extraterrestrials, but she actually looks kind of alien. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you do? I don't know. Okay? So we have poisoned U.S. attorney in Oregon, or something about someone's organs. Okay? Investigators, we could be getting into some type of organ trafficking. Okay? I was going to say trans something. Organ trafficking. Okay? Organ trafficking. Okay? There could be a U.S. Attorney out here, Jessica Aber, to mention one. Okay? Those of you who don't know, there was a U.S. District Attorney in Washington, D.C., Alexandria, Virginia area. We have UVA out here. UVA, Philanthropic 7 Secret Society, they could be part of the secret society that murdered Jessica Aber. They could be part of the secret society that murdered Jessica Aber. They're at the University of Virginia, okay? And she was in Alexandria. She lived in Alexandria, Virginia. She was a U.S. District Attorney. This obviously could speak to someone else in another country. Jessica and Aber, poisoned U.S. Attorney. Could be this Philanthropic 7 Secret Society that took out Jessica Aber. They're right up the street. Okay? New World, because she was probably investigating something in regards to them, secret societies, covens. Okay? And she was going to reveal this. They didn't want her to reveal this, so they took her out. They poisoned her, paid her boyfriend, okay? Paid somebody close to her to poison her. Okay? This shit happens. This shit happens. Okay? I haven't looked up her case in a minute, but I bet if you do, there's really no known cause for her death. I bet it's not. Okay? I bet that coroner got paid to lie. That medical examiner got paid to lie. The truth about her medical examination was never told to her family. Okay? Or her family's in on it. Okay? Again, it had to be someone close to her in order to poison her. It had to be somebody close. Okay? Because she was working on bringing in a new world balance. We have Celeste, Sicilian, and Cicero. Celeste, Sicilian, and Cicero. Someone could be from Italy or in Italy. Investigators, Italy. Okay? You could like Sicilian pizzas. Sicilian pizzas. Okay? On the Hermit. Ooh, the C is out here significant. Okay, so take a look. Collective, investigators, celebrities, judges. C's are significant at this time. Take a look. Take a look. Right here for the current energy. C's are significant. Take a look. Okay? There's a lot of C's out here. See what I mean? There are a lot of C's out here. See what I mean? Okay? So you see these names right here. Celeste, Sicilian, and Cicero. Okay? And then we have Chloe, Charlotte, Cecilia, Collins, and Cassidy. Any of these could be celebrities, because we have a celebrity doing witchcraft. There are a lot of celebrities that resonate with these names. Khloe Kardashian, okay? Charlotte, Cecily, Cecilia, okay? Collins, Cassidy, Celeste, Cicero. There are a lot of celebrity names that can go here, okay? A lot, okay? Or these individuals, one or more, okay, has decided to go into hermit mode and leave what no longer serves them, okay? And leave what no longer serves them. Charlotte, North Carolina for sure. Charlotte, North Carolina. Mecklenburg is a hotbed. Mecklenburg County is a hotbed. Is a hotbed, okay? For transvestites and lesbians, okay? Mecklenburg County. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, Tahana. Okay? Love and light to you. Thank you so much. Okay? Charlotte, my aunt. Yeah, that's Charlotte's Web, JP. That's Charlotte's Web. She tried to get you caught up. That's Charlotte's Web. Yeah. Yeah, grateful for you, Tahana. Okay? Yeah. That's Charlotte's Web. Okay? Oh, what a wicked web they weave. I just got, oh, what a wicked web they weave. We have Fred, Frederick, Frederico, okay? Frederico, oh, I know it's Puerto Rico. Oh, Puerto Rico. Frederico and Delois. Fred, again, Frederick, and Delois. Okay? Fred of some sort. Freddie Mac, Freddie and Mac. Something about mortgages, okay? Mortgage fraud, okay? Freddie Mac, Fannie Mac, okay? Someone could work for one of these companies. Freddie Mac, Fannie Mac. These are real estate companies, okay? Real estate mortgage companies, okay? So, here we go. On the strength card, okay? So, Dolores could be showing her strength. Fred could be showing his strength, okay? Or your strength is defeating these demons, okay? Dolores and Fred, or some form of Fred, okay? Somebody, okay? All right? Freddie was stalking you. Freddie was stalking you. Jason. Fred and Maurice. Fred and Maurice is popping. Fred and Maurice might get popped. You know what I'm saying? They might get hit in a drive-by, or karmics turn on them. Karmics turn on each other when shit starts rolling downhill. Karmics turn on each other when shit starts rolling downhill. We see this in the movies. When people start getting busted, they start ratting each other out, don't we? We see this in the movies. We see this, okay? There we go. Fred and Maurice, okay? Your strength, okay? Taking them out, confirmation horn honks, or again, you are the Fred or Dolores whose strength is now taking out karmics. Okay? Dolores could be an investigator. Fred could be an investigator. Okay? We have false taxes, Texas, and PPP loans. False taxes, Texas, and PPP loans. We have a lot of Texas out here. We have a lot of Texas out here, both in the energy currently. Those of you tuning in, okay? Shout out to Justice League and the others who are in Texas, okay? PPP loans. So something happened during the pandemic, okay? When they were, what was the name of the act that was passed? I was a tax accountant back then. I was extremely busy. CARES Act, the CARES Act, okay? Jason is my, is my name. Yeah, I knew that part. Okay. And your parents live in Texas. All my exes live in Texas. All my exes live in Florida, or at least the majority of them. Okay. But for you, your exes, many of your exes might live in Texas. All right. So, here we go. False taxes, so tax evasion investigators, FBI, IRS. I don't mention the IRS enough, okay? Internal Revenue Service or whatever tax agency, okay? You file your taxes within your country if it's not in the U.S. IRS, okay? Right here. Fred was an investigator. There you go. I hope Fred is in the upright, okay? Or was when they were, still is if they're here, however. Okay, and we have Twisted Sisters. So, on this 1331 card right here, okay, I was born on the 333rd day of the year. The only way I know what 331 is, which is 1127. So I was born 1129. 1127 is the 331st day of the year. Okay, so the name Denise. First, last name, okay? Middle name, Denise. 1127. 1127. Denise. Also, the celebrity born on 1127 that I know is Robin Givens. Robin Givens, Mike Tyson's former wife. Robin Givens, born on 1127. Robin Givens. Again, celebrities watch. Okay? Yep, Denise or Dennis. 1127. Okay? Or Sagittarius out here. Okay? Is a karmic ass. Okay? False taxes filed in your name. Okay? They could have used your social security number. This could be some low vibrational CPA. This could be some low vibrational individual in your country who you filed your taxes with one year, and now they use your social security number, or have. And I just got a confirmation bump, just like that. Okay? Twisted Sisters. Denise and Delois, Twisted Sisters. Deanna and DeAndre, Twisted Sisters. Or Deandra, Twisted Sisters. Melanie and Michelle, Twisted Sisters. Okay? Rhonda and Rochelle, Twisted Sisters. Okay? This is for good fortune. Okay, I'm going to read this card here. Good fortune. What's up, Empress? Okay? Love, love. What's up, Empress? Love, love. Double portion of love. Okay? Dion. Okay? What's up, Empress? Love, love. Wow, Leah. Leah, your first time tuning in, divine source and your ancestors definitely sent you here. Definitely. DeAndre, okay? So God chosen, thank you for listening to the other messages, not just the cards. Thank you for listening to the other things that I'm speaking, okay? That divine source is giving me to say. Again, many people just look at the cards. They don't pay attention to what I'm actually saying when I give examples. So thank you so much for listening to what I say beyond whatever is written on the cards. You're alert. You're aware. Okay? In the military, we used to say stay alert to stay alive. Stay alert to stay alive. Okay? Thank you, Empress Love Love. Okay? I show gratitude for you, to you. Okay? So 1331, that also represents death and rebirth. Okay? So Scorpio is a 13, 31 is a new birth. Okay? 31, new birth. 13 is death. That doesn't mean all Scorpios are demonic, karmic, or low vibrational. But my experience thus far has been that they are. Again, my experience has been they are. Okay? They are. Okay? I know Scorpios that were born on 11/1. Scorpios that were born on 11/3, confirmation on 11/3. Scorpios born on 11/4, Scorpios born on 11/5, Scorpios born on 11/7, Scorpios born on 11/13. Drake, the music artist, is a Scorpio. Again, that doesn't mean all Scorpios are evil or demonic. It just, you know what I'm saying? That's the energy. Okay, it's death. That's what we all of the zodiacs, all 12 represent something. All represent something. Okay, so again, nothing against Scorpios. Okay, you are loved and you need love too. Okay, but in order to give it or get it, you got to give it. In order to get it, you got to give it. Okay, right? So this says, okay, for good fortune, have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future, a piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. That's the rebirth. Everything will work out in your favor. Don't be afraid to be your authentic self, collective. That is one of the greatest fears that the world would lead you to believe. That's why reality TV show is a cooped up bunch of bullshit. Okay? Because the one thing that they would want you to do is to fall into this situation of portraying yourself to be something that you are really truly not. Most of these individuals, actors, actresses, okay, they act. So how they are off camera is nothing like who they are on camera. Okay? But they're paid to do these things. I remember one time Kevin Hart, someone told us, ooh, Cat Williams. Cat Williams tells the truth. Cat Williams, not only is he funny, but Cat Williams tells the truth. Cat Williams tells this story. What is... Yes. Yeah. Okay. And that's the spirit Yeshua is working with. Again, that's why they were able to raise the dead. Lazarus and others. This is why. Okay. This is why. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, right. Cat Williams is the truth. He's hilarious, right? But Cat Williams tells this story about Kevin Hart. Okay. And he says Kevin Hart at one point in time was on camera, okay, saying that he would never get dressed up in a dress, never dress up like a woman, right? None of those things, okay? Because he saw how that demoralizes the spirit of these actors and puts them in this certain sort of energy, okay? But many of these actors and actresses, they do this because they get paid to. So when you put on this dress and act like a woman, right, type of thing, okay? But that's an energetic thing. That's a spell. That's a spell, right? And at one point, Kevin Hart said he wasn't going to do this. But then eventually, like a year later or something, Kevin Hart ended up doing that. So when you say you're not going to do something, don't do it. Don't do it when you say you're not going to do something. And trust and believe. Listen to me. Here's a lesson. Here's a lesson. The minute you say that you're not going to do something, that's when the enemy's going to present it to you. Shortly thereafter. Listen to what I'm saying. When you say I'm not going to accept a woman who has a silicone ass, shortly thereafter, the possibility of a woman showing up with a silicone ass wanting to be with you is a high possibility. The minute you say I'm going to live a natural life, okay, and I'm going to let myself age naturally, that is the moment when someone shows up or some tempting offer for you to get surgery done on yourself. The minute you say, I will never go back to dating this type of individual because I learned my lesson. The minute you commit to that, the devil, Apophis, Apep, Jezebel, Lilith, they are waiting. They are waiting. And as soon as you commit to that, they're going to be like, oh, really? Let's test out your strength. Let's test out and see. Let's test out your truthfulness and dedication to yourself. Let's test this out. Delilah, Are you really? I was trying to think of that name, Tater. Thank you, Sugar. I was trying to think of that name, okay? I was trying to think of the name. I really was. When I was saying Lilith and Jezebel, I was trying to think of the name, Delilah, okay? They're going to show up, and they're going to be like, oh, really? Let me see. How dedicated are you to your journey? Let me see if you're really being honest and truthful to yourself to see if you give in, okay? They will, okay? That energy, they know. Okay? We have LA, okay? LA. To live and die in LA. Okay, LA, okay? Someone's name could be Linda, okay? The name Ammons, okay? Linda. I mentioned Linda earlier for 913, okay? That's a high vibration for me, okay? Linda, 913. The name Ammons, Los Angeles, Lala, okay? Los Altos, okay? Louisiana. Again, not everything out here is about America. Okay, there are 196 other countries in the world. Okay? Linda for show. Yeah. Empress love. Okay? Divine beings are coming together, at least here. Okay? To learn from one another. Okay? I learn from you, you learn from me. It's reciprocal and symbiotic. It's reciprocal and symbiotic that way. Okay? I'm not the only one here, and I'm not just here some dictator. You sit down and you learn from me, and I learn from you too. The things that you all share here from your heart, okay? I learn from all of you, okay? Omega, Divine Justice, or Justice League. I said Divine Justice. Someone could be in the room whose name is Divine Justice, or their handle is Divine Justice, okay? I learned from you all as well. Okay? Yeah, true masters of the universe. That's what we're called to be. LA. Okay? Again, these could be initials. Someone's name could be Al or Allen. Okay? Al or Allen, like Woody Allen. Okay? We have the Three of Pentacles and in-laws, outlaws. Okay? So, your in-laws in Louisiana, your in-laws in some other country that starts with LA, some other city in the world that's LA, or those. Okay? And these are your ancestors in the upright. Okay? These are you and your ancestors. Okay? Yeah, I don't either, Gene. Yeah, I don't, doesn't matter to me. That's what I tell people. You can stay or go. But if you stay, you will function and conduct yourself, okay, in an upright manner in this room, okay? Something about a mantle, okay? You will conduct yourself in an upright manner in this room, okay? You can stay or go, but you will not be allowed to act a clown. Not in here, not in this classroom, okay? Not in this classroom. Okay? Leah, you are in the right place at the right time. You are in the right place. And again, that's not about me. Okay? I just allow divine source to use me. Okay? So yeah, here we go. So, ancestral help here, ancestral help to bring in this justice. Investigators, again, you have spiritual journeys here too. Okay? Judges, celebrities, you have spiritual journeys here too. I give shout outs to high vibrational celebrity star seeds all of the time. Shout out to Jamie Foxx, whose real name is Eric Wright. Okay, Eric Wright. Okay? Shout out to Keanu Reeves. I mention Keanu Reeves all of the time. Shout out to Sandra Bullock. Okay? Sandra Bullock. Okay? Like Anime Bullock, Tina Turner, who alchemized into Tina Turner. Anime Bullock, Tina Turner. Shout out to them gorgeous legs worth $100 million. All right. Shout out to her spirit. She was born on 11/26, that lifetime that we knew her as Tina Turner. 11/26, Anna Mae Bullock was born. Okay. After she kicked Ice's ass. Okay. Kicked Ike's ass. She transformed into Tina Turner, left him, became a citizen of Switzerland, got into her divine union, and she was off and on her way. Tina Turner. Shout out to you, sugar. You are the sweetest. You are the sweetest of wines. Shout out to Tina Turner. You are the sweetest of wines, girl. Okay? Some of you carry that spirit today. Some of you carry that spirit today. Some of you carry that spirit today, regardless of the color of your skin. Okay? And it's the shade. Okay? We're all the same color. Okay? In-laws, outlaws. Okay? Your ancestors are helping you defeat the in-laws that became outlaws. Okay? So your ex-wife's parents, your ex-husband's parents, the one you were engaged to, their parents. Okay? Any of this could resonate. LA investigators, again, you have ancestors too. Okay. Next, we are looking at Ra on the Hierophant. Ra on the Hierophant. Ra on the... I've been in a very lyrical, musical, kind of bouncy mood in the last few days. Ra, Hierophant, Ra on the Hierophant. You might want to do chants like that, even if they don't make sense. Even if they don't make sense in the 3D collective, okay? Even if they don't make sense, okay? Yeah. Tina Turner, let me say something else about Tina Turner, okay? And I shouldn't even say, I really feel like divine source, so share with me whatever her divine name is, okay? Divine Empress, okay? So shout out to that divine Empress, okay? That divine Empress, again, known as Tina Turner that lifetime. She's one of those beings, okay, that energetically you could feel would live forever. I'm going to say that again. Tina Turner, that divine high empress, okay? Goddess, divine goddess, okay? That spirit being left here with the energy of, thought they would live forever, because they do, okay? So Tina Turner, that divine goddess, I just got a beep, 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 beep in the earbuds. Just got a confirmation. Some people arrive here and when they go, okay, it is a shock and surprise because you know they live on. You know they live on, okay? You know they do. She's one of them. Okay. Ooh. Watch this. Watch this on the other side of Ra. Watch this from your heart. Watch this. Watch this. We got the Hierophant out here, right? What county did I call out in North Carolina? Somebody say it remind me you don't need to remind me, I know, okay? But what, my ex-Turner, oh, interesting. Wow. Yeah, And Charlotte is in what county? Booyah baby. Booyah baby. Called it out 30 minutes ago. Called it out 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago. When From Your Heart said Charlotte, North Carolina, when Charlotte came out here amongst those C names, called it out. Mecklenburg County, transvestite capital of wherever, Divine is saying. Transvestite capital of wherever, East Coast, North America, Mecklenburg County. Yeah, indeed. Okay, there we go. And Ra is helping you to reveal this. That is the sun. Okay, you look up and you see the sun. Oh, the sun is out today. No, Ra is shining brighter today. Ra is shining brighter today. Okay, on the Hierophant. North Node energy, Earth Angel energy, spiritual guru energy. Okay, you are a master of whatever it is your craft is, or you're meant to be. Amun and Ra, that's a marriage. Amun and Ra got married to one another. Ra is still the sun, okay? Portal, okay? But her and Amun got joined in marriage, a divine union, a divine union. So, there we go. Again, you becoming the master of whatever your craft is. You're a painter, you paint on canvas. Look forward to getting calls to paint murals, to paint portraitures. You're a musician. You're meant to speak the truth, okay? You're a starseed, music producer, writer, lyricist, actor, actress. Again, Jim Carrey, okay? Starseed. Jim Carrey, starseed, okay? Denzel Washington, high vibrational angel, okay? We see some of these individuals from time to time that pop up, okay? But there's certainly not enough of us. There's certainly not enough of us, okay? Yeah, leaders in all of your specialized categories. Leaders in all of your specialized categories. Hierophant energy. Okay? Yeah. I am, and I don't brag, okay? I don't brag. I'm seated 2 seats to the right of Most High. 2 seats to the right. I got the key and I got the scroll. When I was going through my ego death, I got the scroll and I got the key from Eravat, the great I am. Master Builder 33. 2 seats right next to Issa. That is where my throne is. That is where my resting place is. That is where I will ascend to. That is it. And I don't say that to brag. I am an extremely modest person. I don't prefer the spotlight. Okay? I don't. I prefer to work in the background and watch others shine. But Divine was like, nope. Nope. I really do. And others who have known me in the past for the first 48 years, who I have dismissed, they will tell you, I don't need the spotlight, okay? I don't, okay? Because that's not my energy, okay? Next, we have, and that's why when I come on here, you don't see floaty things all around, and you don't see some magical introduction, and you don't see all of that, because I'm not for that, okay? What's up, God chosen? And that's not anything against, or God chose her, okay? That's nothing against that, okay? What's up, Kevy Kev? We have Garnett out here. Somebody said Kevin Garnett, and now we got Kevy Kev up in here. Now we got Kevy Kev up in here, okay? The warlock who came against me, serving 40 to 60 years in prison right now, if he's not dead. His name is Kevin. His name is Kevin. So, all right. All right. So we got Jag out here. Okay. These could be initials. Okay. Take a look at the initials for a moment, collective investigators. Okay. An uncle's name. An uncle's name. Yeah. The warlock is Kevin. 40 to 60 years in prison. Started in 2014. A messenger met me in a grocery store and told me I was going to be traveling in 2014 while I was still on dialysis caused by witchcraft from him and his coven of karmic asses. I went to court in Michigan, first traveled to Ohio, okay, and then to Michigan. That's where that's where the case took place. You can look it up. Let me show you a picture. Show you a picture of his serpent ass. Okay, let me let me show you a picture. Okay, again, the warlock. Okay, murdered my parents, stole me. Okay, something. Okay, here he is. Okay, and as you can see, he's a registered sex offender. Okay, registered sex offender. There he is. Registered sex offender. There's the warlock. There's the Freemason. There's the demonic polygamous minister. There he is, who hasn't worked a job since 1979 or 80, who prostituted women to go to work for him for 30 something years and took their money and bought himself expensive things while we went to pay less and went to the thrift stores for clothes. There's the warlock who took my first wife while I was serving our country in the United States Army. There's the warlock. So that is him. Okay. So we have Jag. Yeah, Kevy Kev. True story, brother. Yeah, true story, brother. True story. True story. Oh, yeah, very healed. Okay? I dance every day today. I dance every day today. I dance every day today. You know what I'm saying? Every day. And Divine Source still gives me dream about his stupid ass. Divine still gives me dreams about him. Still. Okay? But today I rejoice over it all. I'm thankful for my Job experience. Okay? I'm thankful for it. Okay? Because you know why? Because that lets me know that I got a promise coming. You know why? Because that lets me know that I made the right choice to walk away, not try to fight it in the 3D, not get angry and show up at their house and blow their house up, which I could have done with my military experience. Not to do that, but Divine said, we're going to do this the spiritual way. We are going to heal you the spiritual way. We are going to cause you to ascend beyond wherever they tried to keep you. We are going to do this the spiritual way. And I'm so glad. Okay? Because today, again, I have no worries whatsoever. I am freer than ever. Okay? Free as we'll ever be. Yes. Because I'm free. Here we go. Free as we'll ever be. Okay? So there we go. All right? Oh, yeah. And that's my job. That's my job. Annabelle isn't in the room. Okay? But, yeah, it's to be an encourager. My life is to be a demonstration. Again, that's my earth angel unconditional love. One of the things that he tried to do to me, collective, and one of the things that they try to do to you, whoever you are, celebrities, anyone else, okay, is stop you from giving unconditional love with boundaries. Unconditional love with boundaries. So today, if they are listening, follow me, whatever, okay? False, fake siblings, they're not my siblings, okay? They came from his sperm. I didn't. Did you hear me? I said they came from his sperm. I didn't. So that doesn't make them a sibling. Okay? And so one thing that they wonder or try to stop is my unconditional love. And they wonder today, after all the witchcraft that they've done against me, Eastern Stars, okay, after all the demonic shit that they did to me for 51 years, how is it that I can still be unconditionally loving? How can I still be out here healing the nations? That's the people. How can he still be out here doing this shit? After we did what we did to him, shouldn't he be crippled, sick, in the grave? How is he still able to give unconditional love? Because, okay, that's who I am, okay? And again, that doesn't mean let karmic ass motherfuckers treat you like shit. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. Divine would be heavily disappointed if they healed you
Your ancestors healed you, and then you turned around and let people continue to walk all over you after you've been healed. Divine would be heavily disappointed. Heavily disappointed. Okay? So in 2015, okay, I wouldn't tell somebody, fuck you. But today, I will tell somebody, fuck you, get out of my face. Okay? And that's with the same unconditional love that divine source created hell. That's with the same unconditional love that divine source created hell. Okay? Same energy. Okay? I can unconditionally love you, okay? And hate your karmic ass ways, and I don't have to be associated with you. So they wonder, how can I still give unconditional love? Because I'm healed. Okay? Because I'm healed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same thing for you, collective. Okay? Again, your life is a demonstration. Your life is a demonstration. Okay? We have JAG out here. Okay? So these could be someone's initials. Someone's cooking food. It always smells great in Vietnam. The food is amazing here. The food is amazing here. Somebody's cooking something that smells like garlic or something. Smells incredible. I'm just sitting here like, that smells amazing. It always smells so great. Walking up and down the street with all the street markets and everything, it smells incredible. I'm like, what is that smell? That smells great. Okay. All right. So JAG, okay, this could be someone's initials, JAG. Think about it, okay? JAG, GAJ, AJG, okay? Right here. Or this is in the United States, Judge Advocate General. These are military investigative agency, JAG, okay? We have something calibrating, excuse me. I was going to say collaborating, so yeah, Jaguar, okay? Josephine, George. Oh yeah, it's delicious, y'all. So here in Vietnam, one of the reasons why my ancestors sent me here is because I mentioned Divine Source is my employer. The only income that I've had coming in for more than 3 years now, 3 years? Yes, 3 years now, is from my kidney transplant and all of that, my military care, okay? So I have military disability or whatever. That's the only income that I've been earthly living off of, and divine favor. That's the only income. So divine and my ancestors sent me to a place where that money can go as far as it can. And there are very few places outside of third world countries, okay, that have no internet or phone service. There are very few places outside of Vietnam where you can go and less than $2,000, less than $1,500, okay, can last you an entire month and you still eat whatever you want to eat. You're not eating only ramen noodles. My ancestors and the divine sent me here. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, hey, you're going to end up in Vietnam. You're going to end up in Southeast Asia. I'd be like, oh, that's good, because I'm always up for diversity. Again, I love it. The colors of the rainbow, I love it. But I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder why would I be going there? I would have had no idea. Okay? But I am blessed where I am. I am blessed where I am. You are blessed where you walk, collective. Starseed celebrities, starseed attorney, starseed judge. You are blessed where you walk. You are blessed where you stand. Say those affirmations. I am blessed where I stand. Okay? Yah, listen up with your sweet ass. Yah, your your ancestors. Yah, you are blessed where you stand, baby. You are blessed where you stand. JP, you are blessed where you stand, baby. Okay? Energy calibrating. Energy calibrating. Okay? Again, that might be an affirmation some of you might want to write down. Okay? She traveled to Bridgeport, Connecticut. Yes? Bridgeport, Connecticut. Ask for confirmations. Fairy glow, okay? Fairy glow, ask for confirmations. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are, yeah. Yeah, you are. I'm just reading some of the messages here. Divine water. Mm-hmm. I hear you. And it really truly is. It's a forever journey here in the 3D as far as the healing process is concerned. Brooklyn in the house. Is Brooklyn in the Brooklyn is in the house. Mm. Oh, God chose her. You're from Brooklyn. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. Yeah. All right. So we have 0440 for that gut feeling. That gut feeling. Again, this card comes out here on a frequent basis recently. Okay? On a frequent basis. Okay? All right? So follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. This has a lot to do with investigative energy. A lot to do with investigative energy. Okay? Bringing justice and truth. Truth is more important than justice. Listen to me. Truth is more important than justice. Okay? Shout out to Kelly Clarkson. Shout out to Carrie Underwood. Shout out to Kelly Clarkson. Shout out to Carrie Underwood. Okay? Follow your gut. And again, I say those names. It doesn't have to be those celebrities, but that's what Divine just said. So follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. Those who are receiving your unconditional love and they give you upright unconditional love. Focus on meaningful relationships. Those relationships where you give unconditional love and you see and feel the unconditional love being reciprocated back to you. Not some karmic ass that's telling you they're working late and they're really not. But you choose to stay with them. Not some karmic ass who tells you that they're going out with their friends, but they're really not. They're over somebody's house getting bumped, getting pumped on. Listen to me. Listen to me. Not that, because that's not reciprocal unconditional love. Not the karmic ass parent that tells you to stop standing so close to the TV because you're going to go blind. Because that's a lie. No one can go blind standing too close to a TV. Okay? Remember, you also must bring value to the table. Treat others with respect or else karma will bite you in the ass. 3 is a crowd. So someone enjoys orgies out here. Okay? Trains ran on them. Okay? Men or women. Trains ran on them. Men or women. 3 is a crowd. Okay? Also, Divine is reminding me to say something. We have about 5 more cards out here. Okay? Divine is reminding me to say something here. Okay? Men, women. Okay? Both of you, males and females, have a habit of doing this. Okay? Listen for a moment. Male and females have a habit of doing this for a moment, or doing this. Okay? Do not be sharing your intimate and sexual exploits with your friends or family. Men, women, do not be sharing the sexual bedroom adventures that you have with your significant other with your friends or your family. Your bestie, do not be telling them what you do in the bedroom. You are only stirring up jealousy. Confirmation clicks. I don't even, thanks, Ezra. You do not You do not want to be sharing your intimate secrets about what you and your partners do, how you do it, the ways they do it, okay? You do not want to be sharing this information with friends, families, co-workers, best friends, bros, whatever, because you are just simply stirring up the demonic spirit of jealousy. Jealousy, okay? So when you tell them, ladies, when you tell them how he hitting it from the back, yeah, your girls are going to want to get hit by his from the back. Don't tell these people out here, men, okay? Don't be telling your bros, okay, how she treats your wand, okay? Don't be telling them that, because those guys, they're going to want her to treat their wand the same way. They're going to want that same treatment. Do not. Hell yeah, people do that. Who asked that question? Follow your heart? Hell yeah. And then you wonder why they run off with your best friend. You wonder why they run off with your whatever, your homeboy. You want to know why? Because when y'all was sitting around smoking, you were sitting around drinking, you were at playing pool, you know, just shooting a breeze. Yeah, y'all had that conversation. And it stirred up that demon in them, and they thought, I'd like to have that. I'd like to feel that. So be careful. Be careful. Okay? Confirmation clicks. Those clicks are going off like crazy over there. I don't even know what that is on the wall. The ancestors are like, confirmation. Ancestors are like, they're just like click it, click. I don't even know what that is over there. I do. But you know what I'm saying, right? All right. So we have 5D justice and something that's supersonic. Okay. Ashe ancestors. Yeah, Ashe ancestors. Okay. So, first extraterrestrial beings, okay? Everybody, men and women, again, we grown in here, so we can have grown folks. I like having grown folks conversations. I really do. I like having grown folks conversations, okay? One of the things that I'm going to do, okay, when I get my 3D justice and set up my homestead, okay, I will live out in the middle of nowhere with acres, 40 plus, 50, 60, 70 plus acres, okay? One of the things that I'm going to do is we will be setting up singles retreats, okay? Spiritual retreats, and we will be setting up marriage retreats. And I say we, me and my ancestors, because I could still be single at that time. I don't know, okay? But we will be setting up singles retreats, okay? And marriage retreats for spiritual purposes. Not talking about Jesus, okay? We're talking about becoming your highest, purest, truest self, becoming the star seed that you are, the emperor, the empress, okay? With you and your emperor and you and your empress. We will be having these out at the homestead, okay? For certain, we will be doing this. That will be a holy land, okay? That will be a holy land dedicated to Most High, Eravat. We will be having those. Yeah. A few a year. We will be. Okay? We will be. Yep. So, supersonic, and 5D justice. Supersonic and 5D justice. Okay? 33 in the chat, 69 likes. That's a Cancer, 69 likes. Somebody born in 69 and 33. I could mention somebody, but I won't. Okay? I could mention somebody, but I won't. Okay? And they are beautiful. Somebody just put beautiful in the chat. Physically, they are extremely appealing. Okay? But I don't know where they are spiritually. Again, I could mention them, but I won't. Supersonic 5D justice. Okay? Supersonic 5D justice. Okay? You could be marrying someone born in 69. You could be born in 69. Okay. Again, my love is extraterrestrial. My love is extraterrestrial. Don't be sharing that with people. Don't be sharing. You keep that behind the doors in which it happens. You keep that behind the doors in which it happens. Okay? So I says 714 and 722, both X headaches. All right, both X headaches. Okay? So something about 5D justice, and we got angel numbers in both and two in the same slot. We got two angel numbers in the same slot. We got Owens, Elias, and Wyatt. Owens, Elias, and Wyatt. Yep, that's right, JP. Splendid. Confirmation burp on splendid. Whoa. Whoa, Gene. Whoa. Whoa. Okay? Take a look at the names, investigators, collective, judges, okay? Owens, Elias, and Wyatt, okay? What's going on, The Dreaming? Hello, okay? I believe this is your first time here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, okay? Thank you so much. Just just call me Step. Just call me, okay? Here we go, okay? That's the energy. And again, I don't know where my divine partner is. I don't know where she's at today. I do know she's a divine masculine energy, okay? And that definitely doesn't mean she's a dyke or a lesbian, okay? That means her focus, okay, is the 3D, okay? So she's an inventor. She's a CEO. She's a CFO. She's a philanthropist, okay? She could be an attorney. She could be an investigator. She could be a judge. She could be a, I don't know, something else, okay? But she's a divine masculine energy. So again, the commandment that the masculine energy was given was to till the ground. Not Adam, the masculine energy, not the man. The masculine energy was told to till the ground. So, divine masculine energies, they till the earthly ground. What does that mean? Song, music producers, their wealth comes through tilling the earthly ground. Okay? Divine feminine, men or women, your divine purpose, okay, is spiritual. Spiritual guide, motivator, public speaker, okay? Something. It's dealing with spiritual. Holistic, Reiki healer, okay? Some type of spiritual practice. Yeah, is your focus. And that's where your wealth comes from. Okay, that's not to say that you can't invent something, but understand the commandment given to the masculine energy and the commandment given to the feminine energy. Don't be, okay, one of these sheep easily led astray by somebody who speaks to the divine masculine and tells you that that's only a man, or the divine feminine and that's only a woman. Don't be led astray, sheep. Don't be led astray. Okay? Owens, Elias, and Wyatt. Okay? Angel numbers 2002 and 1616. We have YouTube employees do witchcraft against creators on their platform. YouTube employees do witchcraft against creators on their platform. YouTube employees do witchcraft against creators on their platforms. Again, I already showed you my shadow band channel, Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. I already showed you my YouTube shadow band channel. Somebody was paid to do that. Yeah, unbelievable, JP. Unbelievable. 9/11, okay? Shout out to 9/11, Taraji P. Henson, born on 9/11. Taraji P. Henson, okay, born on 9/11. I had a divine conversation with her feathered ancestors when I was in Malaysia, when I was doing a tarot reading on esoteric guidance. Me and Taraji P. Henson's ancestors, we had a verbal communication. There were crows that flew into the gazebo where I was, and I would ask them a question. They'd be like, what? I'd ask them, what? Taraji P. Henson's feathered ancestors, 9/11. Okay? Shout out to Taraji P. I hope you're on your high vibrational journey with your silly ass. And she really is. You know, she's a clown. Taraji P is. Okay? And I don't mean that, I mean funny, like hilarious, sense of humor. Okay? So we have YouTube employees, okay, do witchcraft against creators on their platforms. Okay? And we have Owens, Elias, and Wyatt. So any of these individuals out here could work for YouTube, okay? Or these are some of the victims. Some of the victims. YouTube will be sued. I want you to know that, collective. For those of you who have platforms out here that have been shadow banned, okay? Because that's the same as stealing money. They already greedy as hell, okay? Google or whoever owns YouTube, okay? They take 45%. 45%. That's why I don't let them take anything. That's why I didn't subscribe to whatever they want me to subscribe to for their YouTube payment program or whatever that is. Okay? Because I'm not giving you $100 and you keep 45 of it. Or I'm not getting $100 and you take 45 of it. What? That is higher than any tax bracket in the U.S. currently. That is higher than any tax bracket in the U.S. currently. 10% more than the highest tax bracket in the U.S. I think is 35.7, 37.5 currently or something like that. That is higher than any U.S. tax bracket. I'm not doing that, YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Again, I will use the basic features of this channel or of this platform, okay? I will use the basic features of this platform. That's enough for me. Okay? Yeah, seriously. Fairy glow. Yeah. 45%. 45%. That's what YouTube takes. Right there. Okay? Let's take a look at these angel messages, see what they say. Again, 2002, 1616. Okay. Oh yeah. Every now and then, Gene, I hashtag NASA in the live too when I post it. Okay, after it's done. Every now and then, Divine Source, yeah, definitely leads me to put NASA up there for sure. So absolutely, for sure. Okay. So 2002, the void, and 1616 for readjustments as my nose itches for confirmation. Okay. Readjustments. Okay. Overcoming obstacles, soulmates. Okay. Romance, affection, support, and comfort. 2002. Okay. Longing, technology. It's talking about NASA, technology. What's up, y'all? All right. What's up, y'all? Okay. We are towards the end of the reading. We have like 2 more cards left. Okay. Forward thinking. Okay. The void. Forward thinking. Stress, depression. Okay. And genius. Genius. Put your genius to work. Put your genius to work. Shout out to Clint Eastwood. Shout out, someone talks with a lisp. Eastwood. Clint Eastwood. Someone talks with a lisp. Okay. Shout out to the spirit being Clint Eastwood. Okay. Shout out to him. Okay. You have more control over your life than you realize. Oh, Tater, I get you, right? Truth, turns things around. Or I said truth turn things around. It says turn things around. I'm reading. I'm reading into the message. See what's not there. Okay? See what's not there. Not just what's written. See what isn't written. Okay? Read between the lines. Read between the lines. When someone tells you something, read between the lines. Okay? Turn things around. It gets better with time. There are plenty of friends to make, so chill out, have fun, and open up. This card came out in the last live. 1616, your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic relationship, platonic friendship, as well as chance to begin life anew. We got new car out here, new wheels, and we got a new house out here. We got a new car, new wheels, new house. With a person from one's past. For me, this means past life. Okay? Do not ever accept someone back in. Do not ever accept someone back into your life that you once cut off. Okay? I don't care how good they look. I don't care how good their clam was. I don't care how good their wand was. I don't care how much money they make. Do not ever allow someone back into your life that you have cut off and your ancestors have guided you away from. Don't let some karmic low vibrational ass tarot reader out here tell you that you got a lover coming back to you this lifetime. Don't let some low vibrational ass tarot reader out here tell you. I would click off the channel. As soon as they say someone's coming back to you, I would click off the channel. Someone from your past this lifetime, an ex-lover is coming back to you, okay? And it's going to be a divine union. I would click off the channel and unsubscribe immediately. Immediately. Because they will send you and your purpose to hell. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Just a heads up, okay? So, everything's working together for your good, investigators, judges, celebrities in the upright who are bringing light to Hollywood, collective, whatever part of the country, world you're in, okay? Your light is making a difference there. Yah, you're making a difference. Divine Justice League, you're making a difference. Gene, you're making a difference. Yah, you're making a difference. From your heart, you're making a difference. You're making a difference. Confirmation click. Again, there is nothing over there that needs to click. it's just the ancestors. There is nothing over there that needs to click. It's coffee and bananas. Like there's nothing over there that needs to click. But you just every now and then you just hear just confirming. Okay. Second to last card, we have Sekhmet. Sekhmet, Egyptian deity and goddess. Shout out to all the goddess energy in here. There's a lot of goddess energy in here today. A lot of goddess energy in here today. Okay? And again, one of our newest subscribers is Goddess of the Sea. Sekhmet. Okay? So, Sekhmet could embody this divine being coming towards you, man. Okay? Sekhmet could embody this divine being coming towards you. Okay? Sekhmet. Okay? Moon. Something's hidden. Again, here we go. Okay? And the other side is someone does this by the moon or in the dark. Okay? With this moon card out here. Someone does this, okay, in the dark, okay? Their family might not know this, okay? Their friends might not know this, okay? But here we go. Somebody. Bestiality. This is what the satanic fallen Anunnaki, Nephilim, and Watchers that we learn in the books of Enoch, the first book of Enoch. This is the real reason how sin came to be. This is the real reason, really. I mean, even beyond, Sandra, even beyond. This is the real reason why sin, as they call it, the transgressions, came to be. Fallen Anunnaki and Nephilim. It's not a tree that Adam and Eve ate from. Fallen Anunnaki and Nephilim came to this planet, okay, taught humans demonic things. Those are the minions of Satan. The minions of Satan, they came to this planet and they taught beings these things that were once divine beings, okay? And then they impregnated them and they gave birth to giants. Again, first book of Enoch, first book of Enoch. We learned that. That's one of the canonical texts that I shared on Esoteric. That was one of the first, if not the first, maybe the second. Gospel of Thomas might have been the first. But one of the very first canonical texts that I shared on there, okay, some years ago, is the books of Enoch. And in there, I never read those beforehand, okay? So I want to be just as amazed, just as wild, just as whatever as you are, okay? So this Sunday, when we go through the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua, we continue that journey. I think we're on chapter 28 or 9. When we go through that journey together, okay, I'm learning as you learn. I don't read those texts ahead of time, okay? But this is what they taught them, and this is how giants came to be on the earth, okay? Meshing divine, okay, beings with karmic beings created giants. Okay? Do you know how long it took Noah to build the ark? It took Noah 100 years. Okay? It took Noah 100 years. 100 years to build the ark. 100 years. Okay? Someone's not working late. Someone's not working late. You might already know this. Okay? Someone's not working late. And we have a demonic gamer. A demonic gamer. Someone's a gamer out here. Okay? Spend all their time sitting in a chair playing video games. Confirmation, Bert. Someone is a demonic gamer out here. That's all they do every day, all day. Okay? You know something about me, okay? Even when I was a teenager, okay? I was never a big gamer. I've never been a big video gamer. Never. I've always preferred to socialize, to get out, be about. You know what I mean? I prefer social activities. I've never been one to just stay cooped up in the house playing video games. That's just not me. So, there you go, okay? He's not working late and a demonic gamer, okay? They could be skipping out on work to just simply play video games. Nah, I don't want to go to work. I'd rather sit here and play, I don't know, Call of Duty, whatever. I've never even played that video game, okay? But yeah, there you go, okay? Also, this could speak to someone who likes to play spiritual games, okay? Demonic games. We have the eye candy. The eye candy. So we have Sekhmet out here, okay? And we have the eye candy, okay? Again, I said when someone's put in 33, Black Ops, okay? Ex-convict. Oh, ex-convict, all right. When someone posted in the chat 3369, there was a celebrity that I could have called out. And again, They are eye candy. Okay? Men all over the world gawk over this individual. Men all over the world gawk all over this woman. Okay? But she's had love trouble in her life. Okay? Married multiple times. Okay? Again, I hope she's in her upright journey today. But yeah. All right. So, Sekhmet. Okay. He's not working late and demonic gamer on eye candy. Again, this is the last one. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah. Listen to 369 Frequency Collective. Okay. Someone's nickname is Nicola or drives a Tesla. Nicholas, Nikki, Nikola Tesla was a lifelong bachelor that lifetime and celibate for the majority of his adult life. Nikola Tesla was a lifelong bachelor and celibate for the majority of his adult life that lifetime. Listen to 369 Frequency. Okay? Get fresh air or call some pals over, friends over. Okay? Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty awaiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project. This could be a contract coming to you. Okay? Send the papers over. That's what I'm saying. Send the papers, send the contract over. My email address, there's 2 of them in the description section of this video. Whoever's going to send this contract over to you, collective, for those of you that vibrate with this part of the message, they already have your contact information. They are either a lazy ass, dragon ass, or they're dealing with some type of red tape or some other legal issue. They already have your information. Okay? They are either dragon ass, dealing with red tape, or some other legal issue. Or you will go out on a date. Do we get dinner invite out here? I think we got dinner invite. Let me see. I think. Maybe not. Again, I don't use my brain on these readings, so I have to go back and check myself as to what comes out here, okay? And it's rare that I go back and listen to the readings. That's very rare. Oh, yep, we do got dinner invite right here. Right here. So, for some of you, okay? Who knows when this will happen? Who knows? Okay? Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around, okay? That simply means to be your authentic self. Even when you get with this eye candy, you could be eye candy collective, okay? Handsome, gorgeous, whatever, okay? Men chasing after you and you keep swatting the flies away, okay? Men, mosquitoes chasing after you just wanting to get a bite. Men, mosquitoes chasing after you just wanting to get a bite. Okay? But you keep swatting them away. Ow. Yeah, right? You just, get off me. Vampire, spiritual vampire trying to suck my blood, get off me, right? So there is something about a true, honest individual. They could look good. Again, they could have people running after them, but they got their eye on you and their eye. Okay? Matthew 6:22, collective, celebrities. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm telling you, okay? This wand will only be in one more being this lifetime, okay? Unless something should happen to her and she ascend and divine send somebody else at some point and I'm still here physically, okay? But as far as I'm concerned, this wand will only belong to one more being on this planet for the rest of my natural life. One more. And again, celibate since 2022. Confirmation with that big boom drop. That sounded like a bowling ball dropping. That sounded like a bowling ball. I don't know what that is. Okay. Some of you could be a part of bowling or like to bowl. They could like to bowl. Okay. So we are going to get ready to tie this one up here, summarizing it. Okay. About to summarize it. Okay. Travel or communication. You could be getting ready to travel with this individual. They could be asking you to travel with them. They could travel for work, whatever it is that they do. Okay. They could travel for work. Okay. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. My name is NEHRU. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, a light worker and Gaia beacon, a direct descendant of Yeshua, born on the 333rd day of the year. I am an Egyptian shamanic bloodline. In at least one of my previous lifetimes in Egypt, I was the temple of Ptah. That is Lyri, L-Y-R-I. L-Y-R-I. Okay? I encourage you to ascend so that your ancestors can reveal to you who you are, not just today, but who you were yesterday. Okay? Not just who you are today, but who you were yesterday. Again, for me, that's why doctors were wearing hazmat suits when I had kidney failure when I was in the hospital. This is why they had on hazmat suits, because of the rare blood type, whatever that is that I am. OBGYNAOIMP. I don't know, whatever it is. Okay? Rare blood type. Again, I don't know what that is. But they had on hazmat suits. Why would you need to wear hazmat suits into a room that's someone who only has kidney failure? What's the purpose of that? What's the purpose of that? Must be something else. And these are things that Divine reminded me of. I was wondering why they had to wear hazmat suits in 2013 when they came into. I'm like, why do y'all have to have on hazmat suits? That's weird. I didn't think anything about it back then. But when I began to live my spiritually conscious journey and I began to awaken the higher self, Divine was like, you remember this? Uh-huh. You remember this? Uh-huh. You remember they said this? Uh-huh. You remember she did that? Uh-huh. You remember he did that? Uh-huh. Divine began to put things together for me. Okay? Divine Source again is reminding you of the promises. Okay? Reminding you of the promises. Okay? Reminding you nothing is by chance. Say it, Gene. Say it, Gene. Say it, Gene. I send great love to you, Gene, and on your esoteric journey today. I send great love to you. Okay? All right? Someone should have left already. Someone should have left already. Johnson, you could be invited to a family reunion this summer, or there could be one scheduled. I don't know if you want to go to that. Okay? Corrupt law firm. Canada, Cayman Islands, and Cameroon. Karma sees, karma knows. A new house. Someone's hungry, okay? Hungry, okay? Probably because they now have no more money. Confirmation click. The clicks are crazy. Yeah, you scumbag. Yeah, karma is a bitch. I had to tell somebody that who lost their 19-year-old son because of witchcraft she was doing to me. Her name is Samantha Jordan Bellar. Listen to the names, collective. Investigators already know. Samantha Jordan Bellar. Okay? Last year, she lost her 19-year-old son because she was doing witchcraft against me. She was the office manager at the facility I was getting my dialysis treatments at. At the Fresenius facility, I was getting my transplant or my treatments at. That is also the same facility that I got the news about a transplant being ready for me. Okay? 19-year-old son died in a car. It was our only son. died in a car accident last year because of the stupid ass shit. Because I told her, karma sees and karma knows, dumbass. So you can act like you don't know what I'm talking about and go on about your Jesus talk. But I got you, baby. I got you. Okay? And again, her son, Devin, he'll go on to whatever journey he's meant to go on. Okay? In his next lifetime here, in his reincarnation, he might give birth to her and have opportunity to show her the right way. Okay? He might give birth to her, okay, with him, his wife, if he's not born a female, energetically, physically, okay? And he could have opportunity to teach her that lifetime the right way to go and how not to do karmic witchcraft, okay, against others, divine or otherwise. Don't do that, okay? So again, at least one has already lost a son, at least one. Throat chakra, protection. All right, follow your heart. You are an upright divine being. Do as your ancestors are guiding you. I take it you are not a complacent individual. Follow your heart. I take it you are not a complacent individual. Okay? Seriously. Okay? Seriously. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. You come against, they use the term, touch not thine anointed, okay? And do their divine beings no harm. Don't go against, okay, the spiritual warriors. Don't go against the divine beings that come here giving unconditional love, okay? Because you will deal with karma, because karma sees and karma knows, okay? We have UVA Secret Society Philanthropic 7 Society. Okay? We have Gary, Garner, Garrett, and Garnett. Okay? There's something about the big ticket. Okay? The big ticket. Whatever that big ticket is. Okay? Secret Society Bohemian Club, who organized the bombings of Hiroshima. The Bohemian Club, secret society that organized the bombings of Hiroshima. These are Republican Party individuals. I just heard candidates. Republican candidates. However that goes. Okay? How did this card get? This card's not even... We have Oliver, Benjamin, and Turn. These cards weren't even in here. What in the world? Somebody put these cards in here. Oliver, Benjamin, and Turner. Those cards were not a part of the psychic investigation ring. We have Austin, Graham, and Leonard. This card was not in here. Okay? Again, divine source giving energy of Mecklenburg being some transvestite capital of the East Coast, capital of America, Charlotte, North Carolina, or some other Mecklenburg in the world. We have the state of Oregon or something about organ trafficking. JP said Austin, Texas. Austin is Kevin's son. Maurice was popping today. Maurice was pop. Maurice and Fred. It looked like there's a couple of Maurices and Freds out here whose ass is in a whole heap of a lot of trouble. Maurice and Fred. Maurice and Fred, Freddie, Frederick, Frederico. Man, these names right here, the collective in the chat was, we had to have 7 confirmations on Maurice and 5 on Fred. I mean, I don't know what these people doing out here. And I call them people. Okay? I don't know what they're doing out here. Boy, Maurice. Woo! Maurice. Maurice. Man. Wow. Celebrity doing witchcraft, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, send all that shit back to their bloodline. Okay? Just like you did Samantha. I said Sabrina. Sabrina. Okay? Someone is being sex trafficked in Bogota, Colombia. Investigators, whoever the investigative agencies are in Bogota, Colombia. Okay? Someone is being sex trafficked. That could be the Natalie Holloway-like situation. Those of you who heard that part of the psychic investigation reading, okay? That could be the part of the Natalie Holloway situation, okay? Sex trafficking in Bogota, Colombia. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, Maurice could definitely be a victim. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm getting the name Waters, Maurice Waters, Mike Waters, Maurice Waters, Fred, Delois, Celeste, Cecilian, and Cicero, Charlotte, Chloe, Cecilia, Collins, Cassidy, Waters, yep, Waters, yep. Again, I just, whatever divine says, I just say it because I love the magic of what they do. I love the magic. I love the magic. I love the magic of the miracle. I love the magic of the confirmation. I love it when y'all are like, what? Wow. Huh? Oh my God. How did you? I love that because it's not me and it's divine, and I love divine to work through me. I love it. That's the only way truth comes out. If I was sitting here trying to guess what names are associated with your journey, Empress, love, I would strike out. If I sat here and tried to guess what karmic energies are associated with your journey, I would strike out. Okay? I would strike out. It's all divine source. Leah, we've had so many confirmations for you. We've had so many. Is it Leah? I might have been saying your name wrong. Oh, it is Leah. Leah, we've had so many confirmations for you in here, baby. So many. And I say we, me, and your ancestors, and Most High. That's who I mean when I say we. Okay? Something about a poisoned U.S. attorney. False taxes. Something about Texas. These taxes could have been filed from Texas. Okay? PPP loans. Okay? PPP loans, something associated with the Something Cares Act, whatever that was for COVID-19. Again, I was a tax accountant. Now I forget. I don't even know what that was called. But something associated with a business who was able to take out loans during COVID for emergency situations. Okay? Fraud, IRS, Internal Revenue Service. Twisted Sisters. These sisters could have the same first name or the first name that starts with the same letter. Confirmation, Bert. Sisters that have the first name, same letter. Confirmation. LA, Linda, Ammons, Lala, Los Angeles, Los Altos, okay? Or anywhere else in the world. LA, Louisiana, Gene, someone married under your name? And that is a thing. That is a thing that they do. That is. Okay? Wow. In-laws, outlaws. Okay? In-laws became outlaws, did witchcraft against you, put you in a false marriage. These could be individuals that you were dating. and their parents and them put you in a false marriage. So you were never legally married to them. They put you in a marriage with them. That could be. Twisted sisters. Mother-in-law. Yeah, those are in-law outlaws. Okay. JAG, Judge Advocate General, or someone else's initials. AJG, GAJ, however that goes. Energy calibrating. Okay, that's done through meditating, spending time out in Gaia, in the earth, walk the ground, walk the dirt, okay? Spend time near water, even if it's frozen. Ra, the sun is here. John Grant. Told them to their face, Gene. That's okay. They'll see it. Mecklenburg County, okay? 5D justice, transfer into the 3D, 5D justice. Your ancestors bring in 5D justice, Sekhmet, Mayat, ascended masters. Shout out to all of the ascended masters. Buddha, Issa, Yahura, Saint Mary is an ascended master, the one who birthed Yeshua. She is an ascended master. Saint Mary. Oh, Divine wants me to share this. So ladies, females, okay? Females, there's a difference between a female, a woman, and a girl, and a lady. Excuse me. There's a difference between a female, a woman, and a lady. There's a difference between a female, a woman, and a lady. There's a difference. A female can be a lesbian, okay? A lady cannot be, okay? A lady cannot be. A woman can be bisexual, okay? A lady cannot be, because a lady likes the wand, okay? A female likes whatever, okay? There's a difference, okay? See yourself there, Empress. See yourself there before you get it in 3D. See yourself there before you get it. Help your ancestors manifest this and bring this into the 3D. See yourself there before you get it. So like me, I'm talking about these spiritual marriage seminars and spiritual marriage or spiritual single retreats and all of this sort of thing that I'm going to be doing on the land that I receive on my homestead. I'm looking online. I'm checking realtor.com. I'm on YouTube looking at acreage, videos, you know what I'm saying? Bring it in and see yourself in these places. See yourself in these places. Okay? Divine waters. I am definitely a lady. Yeah, I pick up on that subliminal message there. Divine waters. I pick up on that. All right? So supersonic. Okay. Oh, what Divine wants me to share. So ladies, listen to me. If you are a lady this lifetime, okay? Or coming into your lady status. You could be a woman today, but you're coming into your lady status, okay? There were 13, okay? They were not disciples. You know how the Bible speaks of the 12 disciples. There were actually 13, okay? And Mary Magdala was the 13th one. So ladies, those of you who are born into the feminine body this time, okay, again, we all carry masculine and feminine energy. Those of you that were born into the female body this time, okay, let me tell you something. First of all, that's who you're meant to be. Don't be changing your coochie to a dick, okay? And don't be changing your dick to a vagina, man. That's karmic as hell. Divine doesn't make any mistakes. Divine doesn't make any mistakes. Changing your coochie to a dick or your dick to a vagina is karmic as hell. I don't care what the world accepts. I don't care what the world accepts. I will never support LGBTQYH communities. Why? Because that speaks to what I believe in spiritually. I am not going to sit there and go against what Divine speaks of. If divine made it dick and coochie, that's what divine wants it to be, to bring forth star seeds. Divine did not create it cooch and cooch or wand and wand. Divine created it the way they created it for a reason. Nothing against the individual who live that lifestyle, but I'm not going to sit there and energetically support that, because that would deter my journey. That would deter, again, nothing against them. I love Queen Latifah. Okay? I love Raven Simone. I love Lady Gaga. Okay? I don't know if I love Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know. She's a wicked, evil ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Ellen, right? But I can love somebody who is in that lifestyle, but I don't support that. I do not support that. Okay? So I will never be a spokesman for the LGBTQ community. I will never be a spokesman for that. There's someone, a celebrity starseed, who's highly lusted after in the 3D, and she supports the LGBTQXYO community. She was born in 1969, and she supports that. I will never. And maybe today she sees the error of her ways in that. Again, I can love the being. I am not for their deeds. I can love the being, but I am not for their deeds. Okay? So ladies, Mary Magdalene was the first, shortly before or shortly after, okay, John. I'm trying to remember. Shortly before or shortly after John, Mary Magdalene, since the beginning of human time, at least the karmic side of it, man has tried to remove the feminine power. Since the beginning of time, man has tried to remove the feminine power, the fertility. Man has tried to remove you, erase you from history, your place in history. 13 apostles. They weren't disciples. 13 apostles. Mary Magdalene was one of the first. She met Yeshua when he was just a toddler. And she was taking his claws to people, okay, and healing people with them when he was a toddler. We learned this in the infancy of Yeshua, that canonical text. So ladies, I am definitely one here to help you get your power back. I am definitely one here to cheer you on. I am definitely one here to see the feminine energy. Once again, it could be a divine feminine male, it doesn't matter. To see that energy again in their rightful place. I am definitely one of those. And that doesn't mean I support lesbians, because that's not an upright divine feminine energy. Because you can't rub your coochie on somebody else's coochie and bring a starseed, a healer, okay, an earth angel such as I, such as you. You can't do that and bring one of those beings into this earth. I don't care what science can do. Okay? Yep, Mary Magdalene. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? So, I am all for the reassigning and realigning of the divine feminine energy. I am all for it. You are absolutely the creators. Mother Earth, you are absolutely the creators. Absolutely. Yeah. Master manifestors, ladies. Master manifestors. We need to get back to that. Okay? Divine masculine energies. You need to scoot over, or you need to pull up another chair to the table, and you just need to make room for the divine feminine energy. Again, male or female, doesn't matter. You need to move over, divine masculines, okay? Egotistical men, you need to move over, and you need to make room at your table for the divine feminine energy. You need to make room. Now is the time. Okay? So, Owens, Elias, and Wyatt. Owens, Elias, and Wyatt. Okay? Yeah. And that means loving them, even if it's from a distance, honoring your mother and your father. Don't let that be a karmic ass thing to you. Okay? They're my mother and father. I can't leave them, even though they do witchcraft against me. Divine has given me dreams about my mother and who she is, how she does witchcraft against me, but I feel guilty because I'm supposed to honor them. You honor the truth of your bloodline by walking away when they decide to do karmic ass shit against you. Okay? You honor your divine bloodline. Okay? That's not a mother if they do witchcraft against you. Just because they can birth you, that doesn't mean they're a mother. Okay? They're a witch and a dark one. Okay? Just because he contributed to your creation here, okay, and his sperm got to the egg first, that doesn't mean he's a father. A father is a king, is a giver. A king is a taker. A father is a giver. A king is a taker. Okay? I learned that when I was a part of the religious whatever sect. Okay? So, recognize the difference between a king and a queen energy, okay, and a father and a mother energy. They are not the same. Creflo Dollar is a king. Kenneth Copeland is a king. Gwen Shamling, Joyce Myers, they were queens, okay, because they sit on their throne and they lie to you, okay, and they perpetrate the truth, okay? Recognize the difference between a king and a father and a queen and a mother. Again, just because someone could give birth doesn't make them a mother. Okay? YouTube employees do witchcraft against creators on their platform. Yep. Let it hit them. Okay? Let it hit them. Okay? What's up, baby boo? What's up, girl? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, baby boo. Hope you're doing well. Sekhmet. 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 Okay? Someone out here into bestiality, letting animals lick them. This could be their dog. This could be the neighbor's dog. Okay, they could be a dog sitter, dog groomer. They could be a breeder. Okay, they could be a breeder. Someone out here lets animals lick them. Okay, someone's a demonic gamer out here that just plays games. Okay, a dinner invite. And finally, he's not working late, okay? It could be she, obviously. Man, So let cat lick their cat. There we go. Some cat on cat action. Letting the cat lick their cat. You gotta laugh at some of this shit. You just get like... Just got to take a moment sometime and just say, okay, divine, okay. Just